is to just have a really nice pair of titties and just roll dice on top of them.
So, welcome for that.
You gotta love
Dice in cleavage.
Ah.
Dice in...
All right. Anywho,
no one wants to chant that with me. Darn.
All right, Zach, move him out.
Sorry.
I got the dice.
I don't
so
have that much cleavage.
anywho,
Sure to get the
yeah.
count across.
So that is finally got the
Solid
cameras
little
going,
movie.
and of course that is what we get first. But anyway, if you are
Adult channel.
watching, if you are watching us now, we technically just started making it work for once. Hopefully, our sponsors: Critical Hit Gaming Supplies, Fan Roll, and SideQuest Cards and Games. SideQuest has got some fun stuff eventually coming up. They got some conventions we're doing this year.
Just Dice Tower. That's actually all we're doing.
Yeah,
for
it's a
the year.
convention. But
We
we're
do
having some
have a
fun.
D&D event that we're doing.
Oh my god, you're
Yes.
right. We do. I don't remember when it is, and I don't have tickets available yet.
Isn't it
It's
June
in June
18th?
something.
I think it's the 8th.
I think
June.
you're right.
I
June
think
8th.
it's June 8th, but I don't have tickets available yet.
Regardless,
Yeah,
Jason
but
and I will be DMing at that event.
Yes, indeed. And I haven't actually got all the details worked out, but for the game I'm running, it's going to be a system I designed, and you'll be play testing. So it'll be something brand new that no one has actually seen before. And so if you're
I've
into
seen
that
it.
kind of thing, you'll get to play test something new, try it out, and be part of the creative process, because I will definitely collect your names. And
Stop.
if I ever get the game finished and it works, your names will be in there saying you contributed. So whoever's there to play that is.
I'll be doing a murder mystery, but it's also a drinking game set in the
Ooh.
salty barrel.
no.
So
no.
Oh my god.
Anything-
Some of us almost died last time.
You will slam your head on the
I
desk
think you two should
and
play.
bleed.
Well, the bar we're doing it at only has beer and cider, so no shots.
Exactly, y'all
So we
can't
can't
die.
kill people.
But shots.
I think I drank like almost an entire bottle of fucking Jaeger.
I've adjusted the rules to make it a little bit more forgiving. I want people to be able to get home
Bro,
safely.
it got to the point where I was drinking on everyone else's failures too.
I know.
Zach's like, I know what you did.
That was fun.
It was a great time.
Well, anywho, that is the intro, I guess. So, anybody have any other announcements before we continue on?
I
I'd
just say
like-
titties a couple more times. Will that help anyone?
Titties.
It might
I'll
help the
have
algorithm, actually.
Yeah, it might.
Algorithm. The
Just
aggro.
boosting
the
us to the top
algorithm.
every time you say it.
Titties, 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 titties.
Whoa.
All right. So, without
Haven't
further
zoomed in
ado,
on that.
Especially on Rumble. Especially on
yeah,
Rumble.
well, I don't even know if it's freaking working on it. But without any further ado, we bring you Atavar Ascension.
I have my
All right.
doubts.
Well, and that brings us back.
This is why women live longer than men.
Yes. All right. So,
I
I
didn't do
can think of
nothing.
other reasons.
where we left off, the party was
Semi-divorced
Still-
after that.
Probably.
making their way through the tunnels and
Yeah.
caverns of the mountain, attempting to escape from underground as they were a little bit sick of the danger and the pathways that they had to
The
traverse.
bad guano.
I'm tired of dwarven
Yes,
architecture.
and the bat guano that they were stepping in. So they continued forward, attempting to make their way out. Because I had not prepared for exactly this, I'm going to ask you guys if you remember. Everything technical is going wrong today, so
All right.
all the technical bullshit is going wrong today.
All right, time for you guys to get the rest of our story straight.
Yeah.
Well, so I distinctly remember, right?
I remember leveling up.
I
6
went
times.
ahead and offered my bow to the dragon to lower its guard.
Well, that happened. I'm saying, where are we in the cave?
We killed the spiders, and then I think we
Yes.
stayed in that exact room.
Yeah.
We
I think
killed
that's
the spiders and then didn't
That is
move.
actually where we left.
That's right.
off.
Yeah, because I
had
made
fought
a
spiders.
joke, and that's where we ended.
Yes.
Yeah, no. We killed the dragon.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then we moved on.
and then
Shrek was there.
and then the dream sequence ended, and
Does
you
your
woke
hoodie
up,
have, like, a
and the dragon
trough
was still
built
alive.
into it?
Yeah.
Just pour like oats into there.
Feed me oats.
No, brother.
What's going on right
I
now?
don't know. Everyone is
Probably
obviously on crack tonight.
Everybody's
been drinking a little bit too much
tonight, man.
Put crack in the cake.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yummer. This is just how I am.
It's all natural, baby.
So yes, that reminded me. So you fought some
Bitter.
basically ethereal
Some
ghost
asshole
spiders, and you killed one of them, and the other one ran the hell away,
Skedaddle.
walking itself through the
Got
freaking
the
wall.
fuck out of
Or no,
Dodge.
you guys fought them. I said no.
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
want.
you refused to participate,
You threatened him. You KS'd mine.
and
then
this is
looked
why
at the
we
other one
can't
and
fight the
ran.
dragon because
Yep.
you're not gonna fight him.
Listen,
Yes.
man, I
What?
You were gonna say something.
Gold Lost
No,
is a really
oh.
cool item. He spent several souls to acquire.
Mhm.
That's not my
He's
part.
kind of.
Word.
That's not my part. Yeah, of course.
What kind of game you running here?
Jen, go ahead and roll a D1.
Is the
on
intro
Yeah,
animation over?
absolutely.
or-
Like that is so dumb. Here you go.
Is the intro animation over?
Oh yeah, it's been over for a long time.
So I was attempting to say that's not my fault. I offered to just teleport you out so we didn't have to deal with it, and then you said no. Here, have my cool ass bow.
It was either that or Bjorn would have been a shish kebab.
Buddy, I had him.
Oh, sorry.
You saved the dragon.
Right in the middle. That's 50.
Oh,
What are you talking about? The dragon's dead.
50.
Oh yeah, that's right. We
The
killed him right before we killed all the spiders.
Uh huh.
Because remember, I offered him the bow as a distraction, then you lobbed off the dragon's head with your
And one
awesome
clean,
axe.
Clean
And
swipe.
then he realized, oh wait, that was the distraction. The dragon created an illusion of a tiny dragon next to Bjorn. That dragon lopped the head off,
Yeah.
and then he ate Bjorn.
Oh yeah, well I used my cantrip that I acquired that I bet you forgot about, friends, and the dragon was.
And the
And the
dragon and I are
saving throw taps
besties.
your freaking.
We're going out for drinks next week.
That's right.
He's gonna.
Me and the dragon are besties now.
You're getting
Yeah.
matching.
The only problem is he's a top, so I'm
Uh-oh.
sorry.
Imagine the dragon going up to
No, we were talking about
Kyber.
that kind of friend.
Bro,
There's benefits.
you missed
apparently.
one session for graduation. What the fuck happened here?
No. So Dragon's gonna meet us at Kyber for drinks in a week.
People, let me tell you
About
about
my
my
best friend.
Tore off the roof and scared the denizens.
Okay,
All right, back on the
so
rail.
back on track, please.
No.
So you had fought those spiders. You were in their cave, and
It's our
They're-
our cave now.
well, one of them's dead, and the other one ran the hell away. And you're still in this cave. It isn't super big, but it's kind of an odd shape.
it's
It's
pretty-
kind of like a
Kidney
kidney bean
bean.
shape.
Yep.
It's still there's still some stalagmites and stalactites kind of interfering with moving around and having clear vision of everything, but it's small enough you're pretty sure. Yeah, we got rid of these guys.
I'll be right back.
And now you're in this cave trying to figure your way out of it.
Well, Gold is going to continue being the lead here,
Okay.
as he's used to mountainous and cave-like terrain,
Mhm.
and so he's going to press on ahead, leading the party.
I know we did talk about wanting to take a rest. So
Mhm.
Do we?
just throwing it out.
Are we at that point?
My health is, but I'll live. Probably.
Unless you don't.
Maybe. It's about a
It's
like
a 50-50.
20. No, it's less than that. It's like 20-80 maybe.
Well, would a short rest do you well? Do you have spell slots, or
Uh,
did you burn them all?
How bad does Percy look? As I shake off the rest of the spider webs, like.
Because
I mean, she's not great, but
but
she'll
spell
live.
slot wise, you okay?
You look like shit.
I don't look great. That's
Percy, you look like shit.
Yeah.
Maybe we should sit down for a
I don't know. She's got a 20 charisma, so even then, she doesn't necessarily look like shit.
Well, so
Percy, you look
I
like a
look like
really
I've
hot
had
girl
it a
that's
little
beaten up
rough.
really bad.
You look hot but dirty, damn it.
20 charisma sorcerer, a wizard.
And I'm not allowed to go above 20?
It's
Not
A temporary
don't
plus
happen.
2 boost.
called-
Not
it's
without
a
epic
bounded
moves
limit
or
there,
things.
whatever it is. All right.
I know what I'm
Do we need a
spending.
rest?
Yeah.
If everyone else needs a rest, I will take one. If not, I'll live.
I literally don't think I've used a single spell
Well,
slot.
because I feel like we talked about doing it last time and then decided not to because we got into the fight, but I was just bringing it up.
I haven't
will be
used any
fine.
spell slots either.
I have used 2 first level spell slots.
I've
Also,
used-
thank you, Barbarian,
I've used
for
spell
contributing
slots.
to that conversation.
I'm fine.
How are you hit point wise? Are you
That would be
looking well,
metagaming.
Bjorn? Are you looking well, Bjorn?
Take a look at me and find out. He looks fine.
But looks like a bitch to me.
He kills. Cormier.
How short is a short rest, DM?
An hour.
Hour minimum, but usually, I mean, 2.
I'll be fine.
shit, don't you?
Well, how about we take a short rest so you can
shady.
regain some hit points?
I'll be fine.
Use your hit die, because
I
we
don't know
never
how to
take
do
short
that.
rests.
I don't know how.
So you have a pool of hit
I know, I'll
die
just hit the
equal to
button.
your level,
There's buttons you can hit.
and you can just fucking roll a shitload of D6s.
Because there's buttons you can hit on D&D Beyond.
Should I reset the maximum hit points, or should I automatically apply healing with die result?
Well, you're not
With
resetting the maximum hit
resolve.
points.
So
But
what you're
I
gonna do
would
is
love
because we
to.
never do those, you're gonna
I think you gotta roll that manually. I
fucking
don't know if
munch
D&D
these
Beyond
to
will
the
do it.
side.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
It mainly
if
does
you're
that,
at a
but if
20,
you want to roll it yourself, you can.
and you're just gonna hit that take short rest button because it's 13d6.
You don't need to spend it all.
I
unless
get
you
to
really-
wipe out all of your hit die one go. How
Well,
many do you get back
well,
on
let's-
the long rest?
One.
On a long rest, you get half of them back.
Yeah.
So,
So-
let's be real. When the fuck do we take short rests?
I will take 66 back.
How many short rests have we taken this whole campaign?
Maybe one.
We've taken a number
I've
of them.
healed
couple.
34 hit points.
There you go.
And as soon as he finds out that we don't have any charges for it, it's gonna become an endurance test getting out of this fucking game.
That's what we're already in. That's why I opted to not rest.
All of the spiders come in groups of 3. There's 30 of them.
I can unheal my 34 hit points and I'll live.
The fastest way to kill a barbarian. Have all of your encounters be one
Charlie's
monster
cheese
each,
steak.
spaced out by 10 minutes.
Steak.
Charlie.
Carlson's.
Charlie's good. There's a
Trains and the trains.
cheesesteak place by me that I thought was going to be good, and I got there. I was very disappointed.
You should have had Charlie's.
Yeah, Charlie's
Charleston.
better, but Charlie's not near
So,
me.
are we taking a short rest or not?
Well,
She's
she already
rolled, so
did,
yeah.
apparently, so
I
that means
can
you
I will
unroll.
take-
Leon,
I
we're
can just
taking our
damage
third short
myself.
rest this whole
Yeah.
campaign.
Wow.
I don't
I
know.
actually get my bardic inspiration back. Yay! That's never happened before.
I can deal more damage.
Nope,
I'm
you're
not even
taking
a
it.
full dog.
The monk and bard rejoice as there's a short rest ever involved.
Now, if I
in the
want,
game.
There's no more
use
monks.
I have
more-
regained
I-
all
I
of my
know.
hit points.
It was like if I
The
The
want
monk
to use
is short
more of
resting
my
somewhere
hit
else.
dice, can I roll more?
In a comfy
or-
bed.
You
In the
choose
face
what to
of-
spend ahead of time,
Damn,
and then
you
roll
only
it,
need a short
and then
rest.
that's
Woo!
it. You have to choose how many you do
That's what I was
before.
like. I don't know how it. We've never short rested.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Baloney.
No, it is.
That's not true.
You
I've
have taken short
never
rests
short
before.
rested
You just
and
have never
done
spent the
anything
hit
that's
dice.
relevant.
You just haven't spent hit dice on a short rest.
Yeah, therefore I've never taken a
This
short
is
rest.
gonna be such a fucking undertaking.
Yeah, no, I can smell it from
Christ.
here.
Yeah, it smells
Alright.
good.
No, I'm good.
You want
I'm,
all of it?
I'm
So what are we
fine.
doing on our short rest?
Eating is bad for you.
The
Typically
people,
resting.
Nothing
uh,
else?
The three
Sitting
of,
quietly for
or
an
the
hour?
3 or 4 of us who aren't like rest or like licking their wounds, we're gonna play poker.
Okay.
Ah, yes, I'm great at this game. As I remember.
Poke. I win.
Homer wasn't there for that. It was the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yes, it
How
was
about the
indeed
pirate?
Torbrek that was
Tobrik's
there.
Don't
fucking
know how
good
this
at
game works.
gambling.
That's all right. It'll really be a game of Torbrek and I, and you two are gonna fuck up the cards.
Okay. But no cheating, because I know that's a magical deck.
It's not a magical deck. It's the same one I've had for
It's
80
Spare me
years.
the bullshit. You told me the trick that you were trying to swing a lot of card games.
Is Mage Hand visible?
No, this trick.
Yeah,
And I like flick
it's
my
a
wrist and the
ghostly
card
hand.
comes out.
Okay.
Yeah, none of that shit.
I was like, can I?
But you
fuck
can
with that?
sleight of hand your mage hand,
All
or
right.
attempt to.
So, Jason,
That's me.
That's him.
Whoa.
I want us to roll a d12 and a d10 to form our hands. And then can you roll.
I can do lots of things. What do you?
3d12 and determine what the
Oh no,
river is.
I will. I will randomly generate a.
A poker hand.
Yes.
D12,
Gold's gonna
D10.
win.
These are gonna basically formulate what your hand is. Basically, we're playing around the concept of
D12
Well-
and a D10?
either we're playing 21 or we're not.
Let's just do 21 to keep it
Well, a
simple.
D12 and a D10 isn't necessarily how you
Yeah,
do
but you
that.
can bust at 22.
Yeah,
I'm
well, I
gonna
understand
buzz.
that.
Obligatory sex joke.
It's a D20 and a D10, you said?
Okay.
D12. and
D12, D10.
12.
Not too shabby.
So, you're playing 21
I suppose so.
essentially.
Let's just do
Holy shit, a 0 is a 10?
Yeah.
Yes.
Never mind, that's awful. I thought I said exactly 21, I got 11. A
How'd you get 11?
0 and a 1.
Okay. So there's no face cards. Is that what I'm hearing?
I just figured this was the easiest way to do it with dice.
Does a 1 count as an 11 as
As
well?
if we're combining the
I
two.
wish.
Well,
parts
an,
of it.
I
an
just
ace
figured
would be a
like
1,
that.
and an ace is a 1 and an 11.
Wait, does that mean I won?
And then all the other face cards are 10s. So technically, you can still do it.
Does that mean
All right,
I
you
won?
formulate
What
the
did you
rules of
get?
this.
Well, technically, that could be an 11. However, we got to see what everyone else got. Everyone else could also win.
I have a soft 13.
I have an 18.
9 and an 8,
Okay.
so 17.
God.
So the
bless.
dealer's cards, first card out, is an ace.
Oh, bro, I didn't know we had a dealer who didn't exist playing with
The
us.
second card out is a king.
I don't have to take these, right?
No, these aren't you taking it. This is the dealer's hand.
We don't
Y'all
have
are about to be
deal.
taking it when I play these
Uh,
cards.
Actually,
Dealer
no,
always
that's not how
wins.
that works.
Are you guys playing
Oh,
with the
my bad.
spider?
No,
Yeah.
Who
yes,
are you playing against?
The wounded spider comes back.
yep. Very good shuffler. Multiple hands to shuffler, but no, the dealer got a 21, which means
Dealer
the dealer wins.
I got a 21, which means you lose.
Nope.
No,
I win.
That's not how it works.
Dealer always wins.
Yep.
Well, good thing
Well,
we're
if
not
the
playing
dealer
with the
and a
dealer,
player
and we're
both
just
get
playing
21,
just with you guys around the
push.
campfire.
Yeah.
next round.
Which means nobody wins, but technically
That's a
that means the
stupid
dealer
card
wins
game if
because
the dealer
he doesn't
wins.
give up money.
Yes. Well, neither does the player then.
Well, yeah, but
But the three of us would still lose.
yes, exactly.
But
All
we're
right,
in a
anyways.
cave and there's not a
We continue to
dealer.
do a series of this for a while until
This game is stupid.
Until Leon wins.
How do I have exactly the winning amount and still lose?
Oh, you couldn't count that high.
You can try again.
That's why I confirmed.
See, I'm just gonna roll a performance check.
Where's the exit?
Nat 20. Plus
Well,
10,
so
30. I win.
my idea is I want to find a way for us to like do Texas Hold'em with dice.
D6s.
Mm,
Yahtzee it, basically.
So-
You go for a
Yahtzee!
straight or whatever. That's the closest way you can do it with dice.
Yeah.
So we roll
At this
2d6, you
point,
get 3d6. don't
Another
tell the
rod
result.
was
could do
placed.
that.
Yeah,
All right, let's do that.
the world is ending.
What are we doing?
Why are you not telling? You guys are in a cave. You don't have a dealer. There should be no secret roles.
Well,
for,
someone
like,
has to be a dealer,
Well,
and I'm just playing. as
Someone
it.
would be the dealer here. He's just going to determine the dice randomly for us.
Yeah, but they're not hidden roles. If he's doing the
No.
Pop River and Run, they're revealed roles that you guys
Okay.
will see.
What
But
are we
everyone's
rolling now?
2d6, and then you just text Hold'em.
2d6.
Mhm.
See?
So we don't know, or they don't know the results of our rolls.
Right,
we
but you will know the
public-
results
all
of
know
these
the
rolls.
Pop
So
River.
the first card laid out is a 1.
Mm-hmm.
The second card laid out is a, well, are you guys gonna bet?
Not after that last little stunt, Mr. Dealer.
Well, this is normal
So-
poker, basically.
Oh, I win.
I
not
bet.
winning.
I wanna get
Bjorn
out of
has
this
played
fucking
poker before.
I'll go
Bjorn
ahead.
just won and got
I'll
totally
toss in
lost. He's
5
not
gold to
interested
the
anymore.
pot.
I tossed
Pocket
in
change.
0 gold.
Then you fold.
Okay.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
I throw in 10 gold.
Works for
Are you
me.
throwing in
Oh,
anything?
hell no. Like I said, I won and I just got told I lost when I had the exact winning amount. Bjorn thinks this game is stupid now and walks
Well, it's
away.
a different game.
Bjorn doesn't care.
Okay. So it's you two.
Stupid rules.
Okay. So that was the first bet.
We'll
The
see.
second card out is a 3. So you got a 1 and a 3.
20 gold.
Do you guys all know how poker works?
100 gold.
And I'm not keeping track of your gold no more. Y'all don't know how to play poker.
You're correct.
Jen,
I
what the fuck
don't.
are you talking about?
You see 3. And then you see 2.
Honey, this is random D&D bullshit.
I know.
Don't talk about it.
They're
like
just
that.
playing.
I'm just saying you called it poker.
Eh,
I'll check you for 100 gold.
okay. And the last card out is another 3.
I think I win.
Yeah, how do you win?
I have 2 3s.
I also have 2 3.
Fuck!
How many 3s are in this damn deck?
Too many, apparently.
We'll just split the pot. That's fine.
Oh, you mean no money changes?
Actually, a mysterious ghostly hand comes in and takes them.
The spider comes back.
Well,
present.
no. When you look at Gold's hand, you realize he had a fucking 2 and a 4.
Are you fucking serious, bitch?
Yes. I look
I take all the
like,
gold. Fuck
That's not a 3.
No, you said you had 2 3s. So did I.
it. Yeah. Inside
You,
check, bitch.
no, you didn't say you had 2 3s in your hand. That'd be 4 3s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I rolled 2
4 of a
3s.
kind.
That's totally different than saying you have 2 3s, sir.
Buddy.
All right, so
Fuck this game. I'm walking away.
This is why Percy took a nap.
Exactly. So your short
I
rest
told you it was
ends.
a stupid game.
You have
AIDS.
gotten your bardic inspiration back.
I knew we'd
You've
have
gotten
downtime.
your
Would have brought
hit points
cards.
back from spending your hit die.
Then we wouldn't be playing
Your
D&D.
anything that you have spent
Yeah, we
that
would. We'd be
recovers on a short
We're
rest has
role-playing.
done so.
You're right.
And you are still in this little cavern. What are you doing?
Leaving
Yes, leaving as soon as promptly.
Which way? Where are you going?
the way that we did not come from.
Yeah,
Okay.
there was one
Further
way we
down the
came
kidney
in, and then
bean.
one way
Further
we
down the
didn't.
kidney bean, there was a passageway that seemed to go down at first, but then it looks like it either levels off or curves up. You can't quite tell until you start going through it.
I'll go ahead and light a torch and drop it down to see.
Okay, so it kind of goes down at an angle, probably about 15 feet. So as you kind of drop the torch, it kind of clunks down, clack, 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 until it lands in the bottom of that little dip, and it lights up that area decently. And you can kind of see it seems like as it kind of dropped down, it was maybe a 45-degree angle-ish down.
Yeah, I can.
Then it seems to kind of level out.
All right, I'll go ahead and I'll slide down, pressing like a hand against the wall to slow resistance a little bit, so I can just kind of slide.
Yep, no problem. It's easy
not
to
that-
get down. You're not going to take any damage unless you decide to dive headfirst down that thing.
I know what I'm doing.
Bjorn
Bjorn goes, and the rocks take damage from his thick head.
And he lands on the torch.
So when you get down to that level, you can see, yep, this kind of seems to go fairly level, straight on. In this area, this kind of passageway, it's probably about 7 or 8 feet wide. So technically, you could kind of squeeze 2 people side by side if you wanted, but it wouldn't be the most comfortable walking.
Mhm.
But you could if you wanted. But if you go single file, it's like plenty of space to kind of walk, easily. It also is about 9, almost 10 feet tall, so just a little shorter than, than 10 feet. But it's close. So you got plenty of space to move. But it seems like it is kind of going along for quite a ways.
It's gold.
Apparently, Gold's real fucking small.
I already knew that.
I
Gold's
didn't.
gold.
He is.
5'4".
Gold's the baby in the group.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, I'm just like, I thought I was the smallest one in the group.
How tall
Nope.
is Percy?
Like,
5'4"
5'6".
Now, what
Yeah.
were you laughing at?
Like,
Listen, gold is a absolute shortcut.
Mhm.
That's why he wears
Call me
lifts in his boots.
Without him, he's 5'2".
I didn't write it down, but I pictured her being like 5'6".
All right, continue what you were saying,
Big
Jason.
fucking-
Yeah,
So-
sorry.
As you're moving along
Gold's a
down this
Keebler.
passageway, the rest of you follow. I
Yep.
assume? What is your order? You said you're in the front, but
Yeah,
Who's
I'm
next?
by about 15.
I'd be up with him.
I'm
Okay.
in the middle.
I'll take the back.
And I'm second to last.
all right, there we go. So it's Gold, Bjorn, Persephone, Leon, and then Tomer. Okay, so you come down here, walking along this passageway. It stays fairly consistent in the size of it. It is kind of damp here, as it feels like there's moisture kind of dripping from the ceiling every once in a while. And you do see in this area that there are some very, very small stalactites and stalagmites. Not a lot. It seems like it doesn't build up enough in here, but there is enough moisture to bring some minerals down and form a little bit. But they're easy enough to avoid and walk around, so they don't really interfere with your movement. But then the passageway actually seems to kind of start widening up a little bit, and then it's angling slightly upward.
Up and away.
And as you are following this, you're seeing every once in a while it's kind of curving off to one side or the other. I'll need a perception check from everyone.
Okey-doke.
Not gonna do
First
it.
roll this session.
That's
Except
a
for those
4.
shitty card games.
29.
Perception.
18.
15.
Dirty 20.
4.
Okay.
Whoa.
All right, so we got
I don't need
4.
to see. I got you guys for that.
15,
15.
29, 18, and dirty 20. Okay, so being that you're up in the front, you actually notice this first. There's a slight kind of breeze, just a tiny bit, and it's cold. It catches you off guard a little bit, as you kind of feel a little bit of a breeze. Bjorn, being that you're right behind him, you also notice that. You kind of feel that. Persephone, you are oblivious to this.
Happens.
You must have put on just like a warm coat or something. I don't know.
She doesn't have one.
I actively lost my jacket.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I put my cloak around her.
Oh, that's
Well,
the
she's infernal, so she's always radiating.
That must be it, because you have no idea. You're not paying attention.
Actually, would that work?
Now,
No idea.
I'm
now,
just
Tomer, you're a
bullshitting.
little bit further back.
Oh.
It doesn't feel as cold, but you do get a little bit of it. But especially you're at the very back, so actually you don't really feel any cold. But Leon, you like notice it like right away. You're like, the temperature changed.
Did someone turn the
It's
AC
colder.
on?
Yeah, it's colder.
I'm sensitive.
I'm so sensitive.
Oh, dear
You-
Lord, did someone open a window?
Is
You
anyone else
also
freezing?
notice as the passageway it's curving, so there's not really a straight line for more than about 40 or 50 feet at any one shot. But you also notice a slight change in the lighting. It seems like further on down, there is some kind of light source that is putting a little bit of light into this area. It's enough that you pick it up, but it is so subtle you guys don't even notice it. It still seems dark as hell, but you just notice just a very almost imperceptible shift in the amount of light
As it's starting
down
to
in the
get
passage.
colder, though, I would definitely say it was like, Gold, I think we're approaching the exit. It's starting to get cold again.
According to Google,
What?
What the fuck is Percy talking about? Who's Google?
you guys might not have reflections in mirrors. Do I know what I look like?
The wizard in
You
my head
absolutely
tells
do,
me I
because
don't have a reflection.
I don't agree with that. You're not a fucking
I'm looking at
vampire.
this, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I just want to see
Hello.
whether or not I got
What
caught.
the?
Hey, Daenerys
Daenerys
White
White.
102.
What's
Wazza! So yes, you're not a vampire. You have a
I
reflection.
was like, I didn't think that
So-
was a vampire.
No, you're not.
What I would like to do as we are coming out to the mouth of the cave, I imagine after if we follow this path, we're gonna come out towards it outside.
You start to notice after about another 10 minutes of walking, you're slowly. It's getting a little bit colder, a little bit
I'll
colder.
be putting on wintering
Yep.
gear.
Yeah, and I was
And-
gonna say
and
the
you're
same
starting. You're starting to now notice it's getting a little bit lighter in here as you're coming towards an area where light is actually coming into this from somewhere. You still haven't seen the actual, opening leading outside.
But
yet.
we
been
know
in a
for a
cave
fact
too
it's
long.
But
fucking
you're
freezing.
pretty confident. Yeah, this is leading outside. It's got to be.
So if that is the case, I'll go ahead and make sure I have the torch. Wintering gear is on. We're ready to. He's actually stripping, which is the opposite
Apparently,
of what
he's-
Leon should be doing.
It's too hot.
It's getting
Do,
hot.
do
in here.
do I not freeze to death because I'm part fire or
No, that's not how that works.
You're not an elemental. So
That is not how that works.
You're only part fire in the ways that don't benefit you.
Ah, perfect.
But yes,
It burns when she pees.
Oh,
I hate
basically what I want to do is I want to mark the side of the mouth of the cave when we get towards the entrance
okay.
with just a dagger. By the way, I was lurking around and came across your stream, and maybe I can.
What are you trying to say, Daenerys White?
Appreciate the hustle. However, we're good for now. Thank you though. Anyway.
Either way, I would like to mark the mouth of the cave. And Leon, what was the name of the dragon we came across again?
Mitrex.
Mitchell.
As remote as this region is, I would hate for any daring Douceur to come across him unaware. And I will mark the mouth of the cave. Mitrax lies ahead.
Okay.
And I'm
Misspelling
going.
his name.
Big fucking dragon.
And, do we have like a general symbol for our adventuring party or something?
Wait, what did
Do
you say,
you?
Daniel?
No, because he's
I'm sure
misspelled
the
Mithrax's
guild
name.
does.
It's not.
I
Mitrex,
figured
it's
I had
Mitrex.
my
Oh,
old
he
like
called it
patch
Mitrax?
from when we were in.
Papa.
You could.
Well,
Name of the
that's like
dragon?
I'm
Mitrax.
Mitrax. I had it wrong.
Mitrax.
There you go.
So
It is Mitrax, the darkness, devourer of dwarves, lord of night.
Bitch haver.
Mitch.
Mitch.
So I'll go ahead and leave that note.
You
Mitrax
too,
lies
Daenerys.
ahead,
Thank you, Daenerys.
and I'm going to put our like guild insignia right next to it. So
Okay.
Leon, take note. If we ever want to come back, we need look for that.
All right. We're gonna come back and kill that fucking dragon.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe in a what if.
So, you take the time to mark that as you eventually, like I said, it's about 10 minutes, gets you to the point where you can start to, yeah, it's definitely getting colder and all that. But about half an hour later is when you finally see clearly an opening, light coming through, and you can feel the wind is obviously it's kind of whipping past outside and it's cutting in through. It is now pretty damn cold as you approach what looks like an opening approximately 3.5 feet tall and about 1.5 feet wide, kind of like a crack in the rock. And it looks like it is just a bunch of boulders and rocks and stuff that have like fallen and collapsed and kind of filled in this area, but some of it is still open.
Wait, so we're not even outside yet?
You're still in.
So
How
we're-
does
you didn't
Mitrax
put your
even get
thing
He's
on the
about to.
outside?
He said when you.
Yeah,
Oh,
when we
okay,
get
I'm
to
sorry.
that
I missed
house.
that. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I wanted to make sure it was at the mouth of the cave.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought. That's why I was.
Because otherwise, it's in the middle of the dark.
Make him bigger if he wants.
I can make it bigger, or
Whoa.
or you guys. can
Percy,
smash
take me to
it
dinner
bigger.
first.
Y'all wanna
Hey,
smash
buddy,
it?
that's my wife.
You can both take me to No.
Oh,
He said
cool.
we can both.
That's fine. Just means he's gotta put out.
Oh no.
So
Yeah.
Twice is hard.
Oh no.
And long.
Oh no.
Look at how
I know,
cherry
I can
red that
feel-
man
I
is.
can
I
feel
know.
my ears starting
Would
to
you like to smash the whole
He's like, I've never had
thing?
Zach flirt with me before.
Whoa.
wait a minute. Would you like to smash the?
I'm just trying to find out if we're
You know
gonna
what?
smash or
You're
not.
rolling again. D100, roll again.
So, you know, you're supposed
Alright.
to say inspiration.
No, that's a D100.
Every other time I make a fun joke, it's
It
inspiration.
is a fun joke, but
gone.
that one, it's
It
gotta
belongs
get
to
a
the
roll.
table now.
That's it's either 61 or a
I have
91.
no idea where that went.
Yeah, ditto. All right.
It moved around a lot.
Where the fuck did it go?
Gone forever.
It might be under the couch by now.
I
It
got
rolled
it.
all the way over there.
Maybe,
heard it
or it
going
could
that
be
way.
under the bottom there because it does.
All right.
But
Oh, it's near Zach's feet. Underneath.
let me just.
Fucking.
I can't reach it.
Oh dear lord.
Oh.
Hey, at least it's
Yeah,
not the
1d6.
metal hundo.
Hey.
At
Big
least
height.
it's not the metal
Where the fuck-
D100.
Oh. Over here. Dear lord.
We got a dust under there.
Ah,
Got it.
damn it. Time to release the cats in here and they can crawl under there and dust it with their belly. All right, so this is where you are,
I'll take my
and
pick.
the question is whether or not you are going to smash the hole bigger.
Yeah, I never got an answer.
We're waiting.
Go for it.
Are you?
Oh, am I gonna do it?
Well, I'm asking the
Asking
muscles
you.
if y'all want to smash it
You
bigger
guys are
or
the
if
muscle.
I'm wasting a spell slot.
I'm gonna tell you all to not cave us in.
It'd be so fun.
I'd really rather not backtrack and
Oh,
tell that dragon.
hammer or fist?
I didn't see you squeezing out.
Hammer or
There were
fist to
different
break the
paths
rock?
in the cave.
I didn't see
Listen, I
you
just heard my
squeezing
hat
out of
crack,
the
so it's not
hole.
the blades.
Doesn't
There
mean
you
they
go.
lead out.
Doesn't mean they don't lead out.
So can we not fit
Then
through
go
this
through
cave
the
entrance
hole,
right now?
Gold.
I will
It is
go
literally
through the
about
hole.
You were in
3
front.
feet tall and 1.5 feet wide.
I
So
will
if you can fit through that kind of space,
How
that
solid is this rock?
it looks like it's a bunch of different rocks of varying size that may have collapsed in on what might have
Oh.
been a larger entrance at one point.
Gold's going to squeeze out.
DM, can I make an investigation check to find the point where I can hit it properly, where it's not going to cause a cave in?
I'm gonna just start moving rocks.
I'll allow it. You're going to start moving rocks, and you're trying to squeeze through as he's moving rocks,
I'm
and he's
gonna-
investigating.
I'm going to fucking squeeze through.
All right.
My pack is off. It's at my side.
Uh,
Gold is squeezed.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
I'm gonna back up
Give
just a
me
bit.
an acrobatics check.
Back
And
up.
you said you had a what?
Dirty 20 to investigate,
Dirty
like
20?
a spot where we can knock a couple out and not cause a cave in.
You feel like you could probably move some of these carefully. And if you did it carefully and kind of picked and chose what you did, you could make this gap a little bit bigger and easier to get through, especially for the larger individuals.
All right, DM, I do that.
Okay.
18 for my 5'8"
Okay.
or 5'4" twin cat.
Yeah.
said
Since you
18.
are tiny boy, in respect to everyone else, that is enough for you to squeeze through. It's not the most pleasant experience, but you can do it. You get through there, and as you get through there, you're now standing outside. And the hardest part of it was the fact that you had put on winter gear, which is, big
Fluffy.
and bulky and fluffy. That's what made it hard. If you took that off, you probably would have made it a lot easier through there. But it's also a good thing you have that on, because as you get outside,
It's fucking
it
freezing.
is so fucking cold.
It was actually
I need you-
Mitrax that closed up this tunnel. Like,
I need you
who
to
let this
make
draft in here.
a con save.
Con save. How's my dig going?
We'll get there.
Fair enough.
How about a 10, sir?
Okay.
Not good enough.
It is bone chilling cold, even with your gear on, and you feel like if I wasn't wearing this gear, I'd be like my skin would be freezing.
This must have.
It would not be feeling good. This has got to be in real world terms, to give you an idea. You figure that this is like 20 below.
Oh.
20 below 0 Fahrenheit. So it's freaking cold. Okay. So you're like, God damn, I'm glad I got this fur freaking coat on, because otherwise I wouldn't be doing too good. Okay. But yeah, other than that, you're just like, I'm cold as shit. Okay. As you are analyzing what stones to remove, you're just grabbing stones. So
I'm going to try to tell him to wait and let me help him out and try to direct him to which
I'm tired of these damn dwarven kids.
Yeah, we're going to get stuck in these tunnels if you grab the wrong rock.
Does it look like there's enough rocks to like
Cause a cave in? Yes.
seal up this even more than it already was?
if
I could. If there's even a hole,
if things fall down in,
how,
yeah,
how
possibly.
far do the rocks go in between? Like, how long is this tunnel that you just squeezed through?
It's probably about 5 or 6 feet
No, that's.
that you got to go through to get through there.
Eventually,
a
they'll
lot
run.
of digging to do.
Yeah, it is.
I prepared to.
It's a decent amount.
Yeah, Gold's
Get
gonna have to
the-
wait out there being cold while
Get
we
the
find
fuck
out.
out of there.
All right.
Fine. What's your plan?
I'm just going to tell you which ones to pull out so you don't cause a cave in.
All right.
You can
Which one do I pull?
I'll start directing
Okay.
with the investigation.
So with that, as you're pulling, I will need a percentile roll.
Oh, shit.
And I do want to reiterate, I did say I back up.
Mhm.
Is this from both of us? One of us?
This is just to see how lucky
Is it me or him that rolls it?
you're rolling.
Hold hands and roll together.
There you go.
Big gay.
The infamous D100.
Don't worry, I
The
got socks
power
on.
of bro.
Wait, no, I don't.
What's gonna happen if this is actually a 69, boys?
Oh god.
We
so
die
dead.
instantly. Midtrack shows up behind us.
That's a 41.
Did I win?
41. Okay, so
Sorry, I was one off.
It was close
No,
to
it
like
was
a
3
50.
away.
It was close to a 50.
No, one off. 42 is the answer to the universe and everything.
yeah, but it's still 3 away.
And rock tunnels.
Anyway,
Oh, we needed flash. Duh.
so
We looped back to the joke from earlier.
Fortunately for you, thanks to
Wholesome.
Tomer taking the time to kind of take a look at things and kind of
those are
guide you a
rocks.
little bit, after about 45 minutes of trying to get the right rock and get it out of there and move it,
Guys.
you do widen this
Don't be
gap.
started a
It's
fire.
still only
I already have my
about
torch, yeah.
3 feet tall or so, maybe a little bit more, maybe 3.5 now. But now it's about 3 feet wide as well. You figure, okay, all of us can fit through this.
At once.
No.
Just
Um,
immediately.
for you guys that are a little bigger, if you're wearing warm weather clothes, you're still gonna have to make like either an acrobatics or athletics check to get through.
Before you
I
sweat
accept.
before
That's
you go
fine.
outside.
I'll roll it.
But it's other than that, it's not really that bad.
That's
Our-
fine.
our-
For you two being a little bit smaller,
Plus 6
you don't even have to roll
Plus
because,
9.
because even with
Oh,
your
not
gear
that
on,
acrobat.
you can
Did
get
you
through.
two put on your cold weather gear?
Yes.
My captain's trench coat is pretty thick.
17.
No problem.
I got a 18.
Okay.
Assuming Percy has cold weather gear, because we
Yeah.
all came
Everyone-
here and knew
everyone
we were going to be
anticipated it.
cold. I
Yep.
imagine we
Yep.
would have brought that.
In
I
fact,
thought
you
you
all
had it
brought
on
that, and then you
Well,
ended
no,
up
'cause
finding you were in a
I just had
volcano.
a regular colt.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
A Colt.
Coat.
Dude, she brings a
Jacket
Colt
thing.
everywhere she goes.
She brings a
dog.
colt, she brings a
Jen,
colt and apparently
it's not your
a fart from earlier.
It's never her fault.
There's a follower of like 30 people behind us. Oh, Persephone, what shall we do?
Yeah.
Who do we sleep with
Right.
now?
March.
We're not ready.
Okay. They march
No,
out into the cold.
It's not March, it's May.
No, they march.
Oh.
Ugh. I don't know, but I just had like a regular jacket that was like part of my regular attire that I had to
Okay.
ditch in one of the other rooms.
Okay. So for the 45 minutes that you're waiting for all this to
Take a
happen,
look
Gold,
back.
what are
Set
you doing
yourself on
outside the
fire to
cave
stay
besides
warm.
marking? The marking doesn't take super long.
Yeah, so what I would be doing is trying to set up initially just a general wind barrier, because I imagine the wind chill, as you mentioned the wind whipping quite a bit.
That's why it's with wind chill.
Wind,
It's like 20 below. It's
yeah,
not,
I imagine the wind is the biggest thing.
it is.
So as soon as I get out there and
Standing behind me.
I notice just the wind.
What are you using to make a wind barrier?
So what I would
Snow.
intend to do
The
is
snowball
A,
fort.
determine where the wind is located, and then B, simply just
Ice.
take just general. Actually,
Guys,
fuck, what do I have on me?
You'll have to figure that out while you're thinking of that.
What give you that idea?
Did you guys
Just shattered.
want to do anything for the 45 minutes you're waiting for these guys to clear out the cave while you're in the cave?
I'm just chilling.
Okay.
It's not even. It's
Anything
not helping at all.
for you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
if
guys
I
have to figure it out.
Go,
You're the big guy.
if I
Yeah.
can attempt to like medicine
I'm just the
check to
foreman.
heal
I'm not gonna
myself
get
a
in the
little
way.
bit.
Are you trained in medicine?
I have no idea.
Then no.
Probably not, but I did successfully perform open heart surgery.
Right. But
That was
You're not-
plot
you're
relevant.
not trained in
I'm
medicine. You can't gain
saying.
you can't gain hit points from a standard medicine check unless you happen to be trained in it and have a healer's kit.
If I trained in it, you mean it's unchecked and I have a +0? Then yes, I.
Whoa, she's so powerful.
Wow. No.
I am so trained.
Do
No.
I notice you trying to heal
You're
yourself?
busy.
Fuck, never mind.
You're
I'll
fucking busy,
live,
buddy.
Probably.
That's fine. I'll keep
I
the 12
figure
healing
I'm
potions to myself.
Okay.
So I'm going to take my long tent stakes.
Okay.
I'm going
Tent
to
stake.
take my trifold tent,
Mhm.
fold it in half, weave the initial stakes between the initial partitions of the one side of the tent, one stake through the other, and stake them into the ground to form a wind barrier.
Boy Scout.
Okay.
And then I still have my torch on
the
me.
ranger.
You
So
do.
what are we
so
doing about walking?
that
Do you just move it every step?
between that and the and marking up, that
giant
does
shield.
take up the 45 minutes or so. So as you guys come
Oh, I
out,
see.
Gold
I see.
does have a rudimentary
This
wind
makes
barrier.
sense.
It is not super large. It is
It's
literally
like
probably
3 feet long.
yeah. It's about like 3 feet on one side and then probably about 4 or 5 tall. It is staked in, and if you huddle up behind it, it is definitely blocking the wind. But what are you gonna do? You guys, now that you're all out there, you do
It's
notice
cold as fuck out here.
it is cold as fuck, and I will need everyone to make Constitution saves,
I
except for
will-
Gold. You
We're
already
done
did.
with this chest open, just daggers.
Consistently be casting prestidigitation and warming little pieces of my armor at a time to help keep me warm.
I cast
Okay.
heat metal on myself.
Basically. It
All right,
works
let me
so
see how much
good.
damage that spell does. All right.
21.
Okay.
21.
All right.
I'm sorry, what am I making? I'm not paying
Con
attention.
saves.
Con saves.
This is the
Ooh.
Consultation save.
best con save I've had in quite a while. 15.
Okay.
Same for me. 18.
Well, I said you didn't need to. You already did.
You
Oh, I thought you said
Make
he was
another one.
dead.
Oh well, my shit's even better anyway.
What'd you-
Nine.
9.
Persephone
Was
loses,
10 the fucking DC?
Yes.
Persephone
You
loses
take
a horn.
2 points of damage from the cold, as you weren't really expecting to be this cold, so you were just kind of like, I need to look good, and I got the coat open, just chilling, literally, and it ends up not being the best idea.
Get
tail's
cold
Chicken's
outside.
Guys, it's cold outside.
Are you trying to tune into Tokyo over there?
Yep. She didn't say rolling dice on titties earlier, so yeah.
That's racist.
I feel like it isn't.
Demon of Babylon.
I feel like
disguising
if
Rolling
you-
dice on
out of the
titties are
righteous.
not racist.
That's not what was happening,
All right.
sir.
Twisting your nipples is racist.
It
Can
is
we move
now.
on from the nipples?
Yeah. So now you're all outside. What you notice is that you are on the side of a mountain. And this is a very large mountain. And as you look out, all you see is mountain. And you are up high altitude, absolutely snow covered, beyond the tree line. It is literally barren except for snow and rock. And this extends for quite a ways down. The slope that you are on is right now a relatively gentle slope, okay? But then you notice it looks like it drops off.
Is there a cliffy kind of drop?
There's a cliff drop on one point. It looks like it goes down another direction. You see, oh look, you're not sure the exact distance, but yeah, maybe half a mile, 2 miles, something like that, maybe away is one of the nearest peak of another mountain. And I mean, just these are giant freaking mountains. And that's pretty much as far as you can see is mountains. You do know that the direction I'm facing is east, and that is the general direction of where you're wanting to go to try to get to the more flat land out of the mountains of TOGG to where that ley line intersection is.
Well, and
East
so
it
we
is.
know that east is that like cliff drop off, or
Yeah, that's in your
Let's-
way. Yeah.
Go.
So I'm going to instruct the two of you, more or less, to use the wind barrier as we're walking. So
So you're carrying it with you.
you two strong men are going to brace it to your shoulders and kind of.
We get picked up. And
We gotta put us a shield. Just
like
regular.
height.
If you have to, you just drop and sink it into the ice.
Bro, you ever did a parasailing before?
You are now.
Father help.
Father help!
The cliff facing is the way we need to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Jump off the cliff.
We will die.
No, we won't.
We have the
We're not there
parachute
yet.
and the windbreaker.
We have spellcasters.
So
That's a lot of faith.
Jason,
What
what I would like to do is have the party move towards the cliff face.
Mm-hmm.
As we move towards the cliff face, with my knowledge of mountains and how
Mhm.
ice works over here and how snow builds up, before we get too close, I'd like to stand 10 feet back.
Okay.
Smart.
Now,
That's smart.
Let me clarify on this. That cliff face, as you're looking at it, okay, that is probably a good 300, 400 feet away from where you're currently at.
We're going to slowly make our way
Yeah.
there.
So, as you're making your way there, you make your way about the first 100, 150 feet going towards that cliff. I need everyone to make a perception check.
I'm not good at anything. That's a 14. It's the highest I've had all day.
If I'm rolling at 20, this is a good one to roll it on.
10.
29.
Oh, hey.
Jesus.
Cool. That's
19.
what I got last time.
Okay.
Boy, just got turkey.
I got a
All right,
15
so-
this time.
All right. So
Gobble gobble.
it makes it easier for me to just go around the table.
14.
29. I rolled nat 20.
I know. I'm just going around the
I don't
table. Makes it
remember
easier
what
for me
you
to
said.
15.
19.
Okay. So everyone who got above an 18.
Hey, that's not me.
I just
Okay.
As I'm looking, a bunch of snow goes
No.
straight into my eyes.
Uh,
You see a dragon coming out
no.
of the mountain.
Mid-tray.
No. I also need to know what your marching order is. How you're working
assume-
around this
I'd be
the
in
wind
first.
shield that you're creating.
Same marching order, except I think he would have fallen back since he wants to be behind the windbreaker.
Mm.
So me and you in the front with the windbreaker.
Well, so-
So no,
you would
you
be
have
in
to
the
be
back.
one front, one back.
Oh, that's
You'd
how
be in the
big it
back
is?
still.
Jesus
No, it's not that big.
It's
Oh.
3
It's literally
feet, so
3
They're
feet.
huddled up in the middle.
So
of
you
it.
guys are all like,
This is March of
they're
the
actually,
Penguin shit.
you
No,
guys
they're-
are
they're
actually
lined up side.
nut
So
to
hold on.
butt.
So there's no marching
to butt.
order.
Whoa!
Yeah, you're nut to butt
I don't like
holding
that.
this thing, and the other guys are
Percy
to
can
your
squeeze on
to
it
your
if we need her
left.
to.
Yeah, no, you're to your best. One shoulder is freezing at all times for you guys.
Yeah. And you're
I
and
would
you've
never
got
admit
to
it.
your left the rest of the party. But what I need to know is how are you guys clustered
I
over there?
assume we're just
Because I
all-
have
you
a
were trying to
torch
say
with me,
before.
Mhm.
I'm going to bear the responsibility of being a little cold. I'm going to shield Leon and Persephone.
I think he
Okay.
wanted to say something.
Yes.
First of all, I wanted to just make a joke comment. I feel as though Cassiopeia does not exist unless I outwardly state she is there.
Correct.
No, that's
also,
absolutely-
Well, no,
have-
you
have-
dismissed her.
Yeah.
No, I know that,
last
but I'm
time.
saying
Yeah,
in like any situation where a flying fucking horse
Mhm.
would be useful, it
Well,
seems like everyone forgets that exists.
Yeah.
There's
her
no
wings be good
flying
to
horse
fly?
right now.
I can summon it, but you guys are
Doesn't she have like feathery wings?
Featherfall.
It's
Yeah.
a
I have
horse.
Featherfall.
It's a horse and it's huge.
I would say, since you're wearing less clothing, is your shoulder?
I got winter gear.
Do you have winter gear?
Yeah, he's
We all
wearing
bought
it
it.
here.
Yeah, we all
Everyone bought
would
it.
have prepared.
I was gonna say, who's the coldest? Because I have
Enough.
a direwolf skin in
Well,
my
I
bag.
took damage from the cold. Nobody else did.
I'm gonna take the direwolf skin that I
I
got,
had
Give
given
it
her
to
my
her?
cloak.
and I'm gonna put it on top of her.
Okay.
So now you're wearing a
You're-
Now
direwolf.
she has two of them.
You're now a little bit less cold.
And I'm
It's still
still
fucking cold. but-
using the spell.
Yep.
Constantly.
So now, as I was
That
at,
must be
everyone who got
exhausting.
It's just
over an
fucking
18.
cantrip, It's fine.
What?
everyone who got over an 18 on perception.
I got an
As you guys are walking
Perception.
about 20 feet in front of you, you notice the snow goes
Hello.
kind of
Ice
moves. It's almost like it's vibrating.
Oh.
Jump off the cliff.
You have 250 feet to go before you're at the cliff.
Run.
I don't notice.
And this
I'm
is
continuing
right
Oh
in
yeah,
front
no,
of
I
you.
noticed nothing.
This is, yeah, you don't notice, and it is right in front of you, about 20 feet.
Guys,
I would like to dig into the snow a little bit and see if we're maybe on an ice shelf.
So you are going to start
Just
digging
dig
into the
straight
snow.
through.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use the like blunt end of my scabbard to try to like dig around and see what's in there.
Okay.
Gold, what are you doing?
In my experience on uncharted mountainside, either this is rested snow
Hmm.
and it will fall at any moment, or
Okay.
we're on an ice shelf, in which case we will not immediately die.
I'm going to say this because this is one of your favorite terrains, mountains.
I have a hunch for what this might
Give-
be.
Give me a nature check.
Obviously, a giant. ice
So
wall.
this
It
the
means
nature
we're not
check
gonna be cold in here in a
is
second.
Intelligence check, which means I get advantage
I don't know. I
Mhm.
think
due to my favorite
frozen
terrain.
water.
Yep.
is cold. Fire breath feels nice though.
The
nice and
volcano is
toasty.
about to.
It's just a hunch. It might not be true.
So that would be a 27.
Okay.
18 plus 9. Oh shit,
I
he
will-
wants
I
to
will move
whisper
'cause
me
I gotta-
something.
This ain't no natural phenomenon.
It's obviously a giant ice mole digging beneath us.
Oh.
Literally, it's about to eat you alive. Just Leon. I'm sorry. I tried to stop it, but I was too busy holding the breaker. He takes a sip of his beer. Boys,
We're fucked.
I know what this is. I know what
Gold
this
draws
is.
his sword. Oh shit. Whatever the fuck that last word you said.
Remorat.
Yeah, my hunch was right, baby.
And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Well, hold
Alright,
on.
guys.
No. In this house, we
Oh, thank you. Yes. In this house, we.
roll for initiative.
Jason's a
all right, which
cop.
one of you was it?
Jason's a cunt.
Yeah, rest assured, guys, we're not gonna be cold here in a second. Burn, baby. Burn.
18.
How did I get a 6 and a 7? Advantage, and it means nothing.
Try 23.
I got a 9.
I got a 17.
We get in your mouth.
Too thick.
And then we just gotta wait on Persephone.
Almost like you had matches in your mouth. I was like, you fucking psychopath. Just how small
Yummy.
they are.
Yummy.
Honestly, that would be a pretty attractive thing to do. Light a match on the side of your face.
I've done it before.
It'd be a pretty tasty snack.
It hurt a little bit.
I imagine. Lighting your face on
Are you a
fire?
beaver?
Who knows?
Need you to roll for
Gosh
initiative.
damn.
Because they-
We
was on
can't
my-
go 200 feet a campaign
That's a
session.
3.
That was one of the
plus
joke
something,
pickup
but
lines
it's
I
not
had.
gonna
The other
matter,
one is
I'll
stand
probably
below. Are
laugh.
you red?
That is a 3
Dense
plus
as
1.
hell.
All right,
Super
so Logan,
proximity.
what do you think is the longest like movement we've ever made without getting initiative in each session is?
Probably that cave. I figure we were going for maybe a mile in that cave. Because we were traveling for like hours.
It's not worth it.
An hour, rather.
My initiato sucks. I probably did
No, I'm gonna
last.
counter you here.
What?
You're not
When
last.
we were
He
heading
is.
from Kyber
He
to
rolled a lot less.
9. I rolled a 7.
fuckface Dwarf
Okay.
City.
Okay, but if we're
So-
talking about travel time, like
I had
So,
advantage.
versus
by the way.
actual environment.
Coming back to attention here. So, Leon, as Gold makes his announcement.
Can I get like a history check or something?
Sure.
Because
Sorry.
I feel
Because
like
it is your turn. Feel free to do a history check and take your turn. You don't currently see any enemy, but
So
Gold
what-
has said there's enemy there.
Oh, Gold
Does
said
he
there's
say
a
what
bad
it
guy.
is?
He said Remoraz.
Okay, yeah. So is there
What
some
did
kind
he
of
say?
check that I would?
Yes, you
Whatever
can do a
he
history
said.
check.
History, okay.
That's what I said.
Well, I was just making sure because you made him
Ask
do
him,
a
not me.
nature and
Well, actually, no, they would
Nice.
be nature.
same bonus, so it doesn't matter.
Wait, hold on, let me double check.
I have no idea what it is in or
Let
out
me
of
double
game.
check something.
Exactly, me too.
That's awesome.
I didn't even hear what it was.
A Remorath?
A Remoraz.
Remoraz.
Have to get razzed into oblivion.
It's the
We're about to get Remoriz.
big.
Mm,
In the mountain.
yeah, I'm gonna say it's actually either nature or arcana.
Ooh, okay.
I could Arcana. And I
Uh-oh,
had
that
to-
means it's
Exact same
magically
fucking
inclined to
thing.
aminal.
So that'd be a 6.
Okay, yeah, you don't get much other than the
magical
name
beast.
of it.
This shit's got
Let me just
magic and
double
shit.
check what
This
the
shit's gone. Magic and shit.
Oh fuck!
yeah. All
That's
you
good.
get is the name. It's a Remoraz, and you know that these are huge creatures.
Uh-oh.
That's what you know.
Don't like that.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you did not roll high enough to get any more information.
Yeah, I figured.
But you have your turn, and you know it's probably where all that shaking
It's
snow
bad
is.
news bears, guys.
Prepare the dodge action.
Okay.
I am going to do just that. I'm gonna pull my rapier out and dodge.
Okay. And that's all.
I guess he'll say like, be on your guard or something.
Okay.
I don't know. Role play. I'm real good at it.
All right. Gold. Your turn.
Fighty,
Again,
fight,
you
make
don't
fighters.
see them yet, but you know, shit, they're there.
Alright, so I think I have a spell for this actually. Hold on.
Our word kill Remoraz.
Bro, I didn't know that this had a second fucking ability under that spell. That's dope.
Jason,
That's me.
seeing as we have been relatively stealthy for this duration,
I don't know. I have been yelling.
As
You
we've been-
guys haven't said you were stealthing when you were out there.
we've been having to proceed slowly with having to maintain the wind barrier.
Right. But you weren't trying to go stealthy. You were
we
just
were
dealing.
actively
So
yelling
this
at
is
each
where
other.
I'm trying to get to you at. What I would like to do is cast non-detection on our loudest party member, the barbarian.
Okay.
Non-detection?
Non-detection.
He's just going.
And your goal with this?
Yeah, what's that do?
Essentially, what I want to do is bargain with you for a spell slot to just kind of like quiet down and see if we can avoid this encounter by being quiet.
No, it is already.
All right, so he already told me no.
Things are in motion.
Bro already rolled.
right.
Things
Hold
in
on.
motion have. All right, so
Zach, did you read the spell?
I did. Yes, that I was trying to bargain with him
I was
And it
elected
didn't
to
work.
lead,
Okay.
not to read.
because I had another spell called Locate Creature.
Yeah, it's there.
It's there.
Consider it located.
He be located.
He said, I'll give you that one for free. You still got 3 wishes.
I wish for you to be free from the lamb.
Damn,
Very
you
well. I'll
fuck
prepare
with
the
that.
dodge action and start jerking off.
All right.
Whoa.
It's kind of cold
Roll
out. Gold
intimidate.
was not really the
Yeah.
time for this.
I mean, it does produce body heat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but your dick's
But
gonna
the
freeze off the
exposure
second
actually
you pull
freezes it up. Yeah.
Who said I'm pulling it out?
Yeah. Tomer,
Yeah.
your turn. Don't see the enemy
No,
yet.
you rub your pants.
I'm
Exactly,
gonna
but
just
just so much
pull out. I'm gonna pull out the hammer, and I'm assuming since the wind chill's not gonna provide anything, I'm gonna stake it into the ground on my end. And waste that now.
Yes.
I'll activate the crimson right on my hammer,
Okay.
and that'll be it. And I'll hold my action from there.
Okay. At that point, the like the vibrating,
God damn it.
shaking snow moves towards you at a great rate of speed.
Do I see this now?
Everyone sees
it. Okay.
You're not.
Oh shit.
None of you are surprised because Gold noticed something and he figured out what was going on and he announced it. So none of you are surprised by this. It just that's why there was no surprise.
We got frozen tremors.
Yeah.
Got it.
But it shoots towards you guys with Bjorn. You're technically in the front, as well as kind of
Bring
Gold
it.
said he was going to also
I'm
be
not
there.
even
So
raging
both
yet.
of you are right there
None of your damage is
In-
reduced.
in the front,
Come on, kill me.
as bursting forth from the ground, the snow and ice in front of you, a huge creature that looks kind of like a giant blue millipede
Can you pull
like
it up?
creature.
I haven't
Just-
seen this yet.
Look,
Let me see.
I have no idea what this is, so
Pull
I'm
up
excited.
for the viewer
does
and
he
also
look
for me
any
and Zach
icy and more than just you two?
and Jen.
Probably everyone but you fuckers.
Is bro
Did you say butt fuckers?
look
Whoa.
like he be ice?
Oh hell no!
Hold
Fuck
on.
that.
That.
Let me get the notes
Oh
ready.
no, I've seen this in the player's handbook.
No sir,
I didn't know we were playing Monster Hunter.
not a fan.
Yeah.
Mm,
That's what you
Gold
see.
hates this.
Yeah, you can put him back away now.
Okay.
I don't want it.
Go away, go.
Yeah, go. Shoot.
So
No
that's
bug
what you
monsters,
guys see
please.
as
Yes, but
it pops up. And in fact, you know what I will do
I pull out a can of
for
wasp and
the
hornet
for the
spray.
viewers' sake.
Ant roach spider.
There, I have dropped
Being
a link.
sprayed in the face
I have dropped
for
a
like
link in the
full 6
YouTube and
seconds.
Twitch chats. You can follow that link to see the picture of Aremeraz.
Definitely
that-
click our links.
is that a link that someone without the book's purchase can actually see?
I don't know.
Google it.
Google is your friend. You can see its
You
name
at least
and how
can
it's
see how
spelled.
it's spelled. Type that into fucking Google.
We believe in you.
So go ahead, AREMORHAZ space HENTAI.
No.
No, don't do that.
No, sorry. REMORHAZ 15 for a discount off of our Remoraz.
A discount off of furry porn? What?
No, a discount off of our Remoraz fight.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh yes, you're right. 15% less damage. I
Yeah.
appreciate.
For the Remoraz. Got it. So, as it bursts forth in front of you,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
9, 11, 12.
1. So it's you.
Yep.
AC
is 18.
Yep. So
Strike me. Smite me,
Yep,
almighty
so-
smiter.
this motherfucker.
Was it
Actually, it's a
38 hit?
millipede.
Yeah. This motherfucker
1, 2.
rears up and then arches down, snapping at you with its giant freaking mouth.
Lord, fuck.
And that is gonna be a 28 to hit.
I was joking with it, but I guess you hit.
A 28?
Guys,
Yeah.
I think he's mad that we didn't do the
Sure.
dragon fight.
No.
No, Jason's clearly mad about the dragon fight. You're gonna be poisoned and frostbitten.
That sucks. To be completely
I wish I could
honest.
say something, but I
So
You just said the word
you
something.
take
Something,
37 piercing damage.
37, buddy.
Sir, you're not even raged.
Yeah. Like I said, it's full.
I gotta be the heel slot again.
And 11 points of fire damage.
That was
I wasn't full to begin with.
They deal fire damage.
He
This
said
is
we were-
the coolest monster ever.
So 48 damage
Not
total?
until we're
Yep.
dead.
Buddy, that was very painful.
And you are currently grappled.
That sucks.
Okay.
So
Now
he
you can.
did fire damage?
Yes.
Yes.
So now you can attempt to escape on your
I
turn.
got this stupid bug right where I want it.
No, but you can attempt to escape on your turn as an action. To try to escape. But because you are grappled, this creature, you're also restrained, which means right now your speed is 0 and can't increase.
Nice.
Your attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage. Additionally, you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Guys, cheap viewers on Stream Booth. Think about it.
Whoa.
Thank
just
you,
gotta
Telling
remove the
Nuggets.
face.
You gotta remove
5KJTIDDH, which stands for bot.
So, what
Aw,
country of
dang
origin
it.
do you think that bot is addressed to?
You mean it comes from?
Yeah.
It's got to be India.
Yeah.
All right.
90% do.
That was a holy shit amount of damage.
Yep.
That was I see you get picked up and fucking dragged off, and I'm like, oh,
Okay. So
There's our
that's
barbarian.
what it does.
That's Gore. That's Gore of my
Is it my turn?
No.
What?
there goes beyond.
Behind you, the second one pops out of the ground.
Oh, we're
Bro,
Where you three are.
buddy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh.
Leon
It
is
does
the
have
winner.
disadvantage because I dodged.
Yes, it does.
Just
You are
letting you know.
correct.
2 natural 20s? Whoa.
Nobody barbs.
I don't even have to roll again. That is a 1. So
Guys, I'm not
it
even in full
misses
health
you
going into this
completely.
fight.
Unfortunately, this giant centipede has halfling luck,
okay.
so
yeah.
it gets to re-roll that
No,
natural one.
it missed completely.
It's like
As
6
Leon
inches shorter.
literally dodges out of the way.
It's a smaller one.
Jumping away from the wind block that you guys have
Very fucking
to
bad idea.
make sure he dodges out of the way from this creature. But yeah, natural fucking 1. So yeah, you're lucky there. Now it's Bjorn's turn as you are restrained. The creature has you in its mouth going.
That really fucking hurt.
Good call.
Chrissy was gonna suggest it.
You mean
And
the
I'm,
barbarian the class
The
feature?
fun's not over.
I'm going to recklessly swing at it. Just
Good call. So now it's a straight roll.
I figured.
yep.
You were excited, so therefore it's bad.
Actions. Go up.
And there's 2 of them.
What's the code?
I want you to see it, Jason.
Great
Natural fucking 20. I saw it right here on the
Okay, it didn't show up one time, so I.
No, I saw it. So natural fucking 20.
Yeah,
Nice.
boy.
Natural nugget.
Nice.
Yeah, boy.
Nice.
So I'm gonna roll that first one.
Okay.
Not the worst damage. That is 16, correct?
Yes. Yours, you get 3 extra.
So 19 slashing.
All right. It
Then I will do
does not.
doubles the damage dice on the lightning too, if I remember correct. So,
Yes,
it doubles all the dice.
all the dice.
so 4d6.
Yep.
Lightning on that.
It's not
I got
bad.
10, 16 lightning.
Ouch. It did not like that.
Oh.
And you get your
because
brutal critical.
that.
Did you add that?
Oh no, I did not.
So that's an additional die. It doesn't double. It's
It's just added on, but depending on your
I'm just gonna
barbarian
roll
level.
the damage. Oh, 11 extra damage.
okay.
That is hype. 11 extra slash, I should say.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then he takes an extra 5 lightning because he's a creature within 5 feet from my
Mhm.
axe.
Speaking of being within 5 feet and hitting it, you take 11 fire damage.
Ouch.
So
Oh, even hitting it? What the fuck?
It's fine because I'm actually.
as this creature is radiating heat off its body,
I am going to.
Creature's an
you're no
ass.
longer cold.
Does Leon see this?
Oh fuck yeah.
I
Okay,
take my
good.
second attack.
Yep.
Scream
Go
and
for
run.
Scream and run. Just
Yeah, you definitely
I don't
heard
have
it.
to-
That,
Yeah.
it did not
22.
like it. Yeah,
I
that
don't
hits.
have to attack it since my character wouldn't know. Now I know.
He's got
Uh,
one. I gotta take the other.
17 slashing.
Okay.
2 1s on the 6s. 2 lightning.
Okay.
And then he will make a dex save of 18 for another 2d6.
What's his dex? Nope, that's a fail.
7.
All right.
7.
There we go. Yeah, that you definitely took some chunks out of this thing.
fucking hurts.
And, oh, did you roll with? Oh, no, it was a straight roll. 'Cause
Yeah.
Okay. So there we go. So that is your turn.
As the lightning starts swirling around him, he's just like grabbing a.
All right. Person.
I'm going to look at both of them.
Uh-huh.
I'm cold.
Well, actually, you're not anymore. It's close.
I'm cold.
Did I take damage on that second hit, by the way?
Oh yes.
Hurt
I got you.
and don't have time for this shit. And I'm going to finger gun both of them. Pow pow. And I am twinning finger of death.
Holy.
Nice.
That's the coolest thing I've
Hey, yo.
ever.
That's fucking cool.
That's
I
badass.
don't have time for this shit.
That's super badass. I love that.
That is. I'm proud of you for that one.
That's mega
Let's
hype.
see.
That's the
Let's
best use of twin spell you've ever done.
Thank you. That is the most twin spell.
Draw.
possible. And they
Yes,
do
this is a
both
con
need to
save,
make
right?
con
Level
saves,
con
yes.
saves. Okay.
Yeah. Have we?
Let's
What?
see.
We haven't leveled.
No.
Okay, just
Mid fight, we leveled up.
What's your DC?
Brother, we not 14.
You know.
Brother,
I need
Yeah,
more
no, they both-
clerics. I
they
need more
both failed.
paladin spells, bro.
Perfect.
Divine
I
Smite
rolled
on my
shit
head.
on that.
Good. Okay, because I'm spending a lot of shit to do this. I'm gonna borrow your dice tray.
go nuts, honey.
Are a lot of those high or low? Because I can re-roll them.
If you're gonna re-roll any of them, take the 2 and the 3, because
will.
everything else is 5 or hold.
I will take these
Take
and
those
re-roll
3.
them
Yeah, that
because
was
I'm
hype as
also
fuck.
gonna
I
spend
love
more fucking
Here,
points.
I've got everything 5+ in this tray.
Hold on, I gotta
We're out of the
figure-
tray
I
now.
gotta figure out how many points I need to do the.
You said he
the
looked
re-roll.
pissed up. Did he look visibly
can
like
spend
injured
one
from
more.
that?
Oh yeah, you damaged the fuck out of him.
Okay, good.
Like
Good,
literally,
good,
he got
good, good.
like that kind of that kind of like hood, like cobra type hood coming off the top. Yeah, like you like tore through that fucking shit. So there's like these big gashes through it, going down through it, through its neck and its side. Yeah, you damaged it pretty bad.
Jen, you're
Yes,
at
sir.
60.
60 plus 30 is 90 damage.
Holy fuck.
I don't know if you want me rolling them separate or
No, that's fine.
together,
That's
but
fine.
Bang, bang!
I don't have time for this shit.
Okay,
that
the
just an auto
one
hit
the
or
one
is
that's
it
got
It was
you
Save.
looks really bad now. All of a sudden,
Oh.
the other one,
I'm going to eat
the other
you.
one's pretty messed up, but
I'm
it's
sorry.
still
Take your
it's still
what I
doing
was
pretty
looking
good.
for.
You see a hole open up in the side of the one next to you, just around its back.
Yeah, it's not happy. Leon.
Neither am I.
Reverse technique. Purple.
Yep.
That's what she just did.
Reverse technique.
She said,
Up
eh,
butt.
Yeah.
Wah.
I said I'm cold, hurt, and don't have time for this shit.
I've never been more
Pow,
scared
pow.
of her than right now.
It's pretty hardcore.
So she should do this like in every combat.
I can only do that once. I
I
had
know.
enough spell slots and I had to spend 8 sorcerer points to do that.
Wow.
That was
Leon.
fucking cool. Though.
At least you still got cantrips.
Well, no, I'm not out. I'm out
I
of
know.
my high one.
Yeah.
Me no want a touchy.
But after they did fire damage, I didn't think fireball was gonna work too well.
No.
Can't you use 8 spell slots? Or 8 sorcerer points?
7 to twin it, and 1 to re-roll the dice on bad damages.
I didn't
Oh,
realize the sorcery points scaled with the spell level.
1 per
Yes.
spell level.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Big yikes.
I twinned a 7th level spell.
Damn.
I understand from a balance perspective why that is.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
that is fair.
One
Oh, yeah,
sorcery.
so-
And it's necrotic.
I'm gonna
damage.
twin
Yeah.
wish.
No, they
Go
took
on,
the full
Miss-
damage.
Mr. Leon.
That you know what? Sorry, I gotta do this. Sorry to interrupt.
It's always my turn.
I know, but I started to interrupt
Fuck off, Leon.
for that because it was cool as fuck.
That's super cool.
Inspiration.
I plan
Hell
out my turn.
So
Okay.
go ahead.
As an action, I'm going to target like the back tail end of the more damaged looking one, so that I
Okay, the
don't-
one that's chewing on him.
that's not but so that I don't hit him, so I'm
Yeah,
targeting
yeah.
the
It's not hard to do.
yeah, because it's
big.
huge. Yeah,
It's fucking big.
just making sure.
Yep.
And I'm in a 4th level shatter, so I need a
Ooh.
con 18 saving throw.
You got it.
Are you talking the one that has him in the mouth?
And
or the
it
other
got it.
It succeeded,
Oh yeah.
so then it should.
It rolled high, so it probably takes half, I believe.
Yep. So let me roll this.
Just target the ground. I can't make a save.
We're not starting an avalanche. That's one other issue. We don't.
Just
Well-
falls.
That's exactly the issue Gold
I'm-
was looking for.
Wait, hold on. If these giant things were digging around, then we're fine.
Get in there.
In theory,
Unless they already carved tunnels in the ice.
I mean,
it's a future problem. Okay.
Don't give me that fucking look.
All right, so it's gonna take 13 thunder damage.
We are fine.
okay. All right.
Said thunder.
And is that your
That's
turn?
Shatter.
Okay. So you are on initiative count 23. At initiative count 20, which is just before you, that
this
loud
is
booming
avalanche
noise
time.
from Shatter.
Sir, the fuck?
Not from my finger guns.
You've got an
No, because that
advantage.
doesn't make the noise.
I know.
You had suppressors. It's okay.
Okay, the
You don't-
silencer.
It echoes throughout. It's like it's reverberating just off of everything in the mountains.
Mitrax looks up.
You hear
That's not good for them.
everyone make a perception check.
Let's
No,
go.
Oh, I'm
don't
not
like
good
that.
at
They call me Leon Natural Disaster.
Whoa,
You know,
Plan.
it's
20 for
wild. I
27.
get advantage because it's in my favorite terrain.
We're rolling.
My favorite train is your mom's house.
25.
21.
27.
I also got a 25.
Why don't you go?
Congratulations.
Natural.
Everyone saw it because it's not hard to
Because
miss.
it's an avalanche.
The fucking snow is starting to roll down off the peak, coming towards you, gaining speed and gaining more and more snow and rocks as it's coming down. Someone had a 27 or
Us two.
both of you. Okay, I'll allow both of you to make a nature check, even if you're not proficient. I'll allow it.
Dirty 20.
Okay,
How high did you need to be to
I
get
actually am
27.
proficient in nature.
I allowed that because they got that high. It wasn't the exact
Another
number.
natural 20.
Oh fuck yeah! There you
I
go.
can't even make this shit up for 24.
So, both of you,
two nat
go.
20s in a row.
we do not have very long at all. This is going to be upon us in no fucking time at all. Like, you're estimating 20, 30 seconds? Maybe? Okay, maybe?
Round.
All right.
Better
And
run, beast.
Gold's turn.
Gold is going to, after seeing the giant avalanche, the distance between the two monsters, what is it?
Everything's pretty bunched up because you guys were all in a
10 feet?
cluster. Probably closer to 15.
Don't forget you can get your 3 hits with your horizon.
That's what I'm trying to do. Horizon Walker feature, I'm going to add the extra D8, make every bit of damage force damage.
Oh, that's a feature of you. I thought it was a feature of the weapon.
No,
No,
that's him.
Ah,
I'm that cool.
I thought it was the
Whoa.
So the one that is not chewing on him,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make 2 attacks at.
And then one at the other one.
To teleport 10 feet, walk the however remaining
The five,
distance, and
yeah.
attack that.
Okay. So 2 at the one that went after Leon, and one at the one that's on.
So 17 and 26 to
Both
hit.
hit.
All right,
This
and
guy's big
then
as a
on
bar.
the third one,
He
that will
dodges
be a 26.
That hits as well.
All right, so D8 is this dice plus D8, so
Wasted 2 natural 20s in a row on fucking skill checks. I hate to see it.
is
Skill
15.
checks that someone else already
You
succeeded.
guys are both medium creatures, yes?
Yes.
We're all meeting.
Like on
8
paper?
is
Yes.
23.
Feels so bad.
I'm a medium creature, but I'm hiding a large.
Plus 6.
That's pretty fun.
All right, so 34 damage against the first one.
Okay.
Then I'll teleport the 10 feet away, move to the second one, and I'm going to go ahead and deal my damage to that.
The worst part about this is I'm due for like several nat ones now.
No, you're attacking with your sword?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, no.
I don't have a bow
All
right
those nat ones
That's
I
Or
rolled
are
earlier in
you
the
the one
campaign.
now, or was that your old character?
So 14 damage
But I have a
to
way to
the
get out of
one
this.
that's grappling Bjorn.
I also have a way to
Okay.
get us all out of this.
It
Said I
does
waited.
I have
not
a way to
look
get
good.
me in one person.
I am
It is, I will say, it is definitely, and it was before, but it is definitely, quote unquote, bloodied, if you want to use that term.
Sure.
You know what that means? It's
Blue
It's
dye.
there.
No less than 10% rule. Yeah.
No, that's not what it is. It means
Bloodied
less
means
than
That,
half.
that's what you say.
Less than half.
That's a.
And it's been there. So it's even worse than that. But the other one's still up and about.
So,
Alright.
one of them's dead or no?
No.
No, sorry.
One
I
is
misheard.
very fucked up. One is
Very
not so.
One is I'll just say less than half health on one. A decent amount.
I'm taking credit.
The other one is not. We'll just say that. Tomer.
Fuck it. It's only a bonus action to take a potion. We'll do this.
Smack
I'm gonna attack the one that's holding him twice.
Okay.
that.
Give him some more.
Relief.
One's a crit.
Nice.
One's a 19.
Okay, both hit.
So hopefully this will. Oh, so I got to double this. So 2 more of these. Another one of this.
Did you guys tell us out loud about how long we think we have before it fucks us?
Like 20 to 30 seconds.
Okay, I just mentioned you guys said it out loud.
I mean, I didn't say it out loud either. We're in the heat of battle. I have a plan, but it would be metagame to say it outside of
Quick question.
character.
You did damage, right?
with shatter.
With shatter. Okay, that
I
just
didn't touch him.
Yeah, Bjorn sees it. He's like, he acknowledges it.
32 damage
Okay.
and
He's locked in.
12 of it's lightning damage.
Dude, lightning breath.
And how many hits was that?
1. That's just one.
Just
hit.
one? Okay.
And then I'm gonna roll for the second one.
I was the OG ship.
Well, you rolled both attacks already.
Yes, but
You
I
could do
rolled
like a
damage only for the
3-cell.
first one.
Oh, okay.
Because one was a crit, the other one was.
And you take, I rolled shit, you take 4 fire damage up when you hit him the first time.
That's fine.
Bjorn, Tomer, and Shemla.
Oh god, this is really fucking
Alright,
good.
that's a little better. Thought you about Ajax.
He's dead.
I missed that boy.
Six-
Actually,
16 points of damage and
you
7 of
resurrect
it's lightning.
Okay.
Yes.
And you take 9 points of fire damage on that
I
one.
don't know if he'd be willing.
And then I would, as a bonus action, pop open a potion of flying and drink it.
Okay.
Oh, no, please don't go.
Very good. All right. It is now their turn. As,
Let's see what you got.
Okay.
You have advantage, don't forget.
yes, I know. Oh,
Oh,
yeah. That's
you've also
I
got
get.
DM advantage, remember?
I know, I'm saving. it.
Triple advantage.
So
that doesn't exist.
that's a hit.
Roll your damage.
So once again, so I don't have to.
Boss creatures have no accuracy like that of a scorned DM. A DM who's been hit with repeated natural 20s in the last round.
That's not another one, is it?
It's the same one.
Yeah, it's the same one.
41 points of piercing.
Holy smokes, are you rounding down or up for the half?
It's round down, so
Alright,
you take
20.
20.
That's still a lot.
I
Mhm.
thought he was going to tell you he already rounded down.
So it was 82 in total.
and 10 points of fire,
So 30.
and it swallows you.
Uh-oh.
You are now blinded and restrained.
Luckily,
The
it
nice thing
disadvantages
is-
don't stack.
Hey, the nice thing is you have total cover against attacks and other effects that occur from outside the rim rest. So, like, people, people hitting fireball on it or something like that wouldn't affect you because you're inside. That's just an
So
example.
what does blindness mean for me mechanically?
Excellent question. Blinded means you can't see and automatically fail any ability check that requires sight. Attack rolls against you have advantage and your attack rolls have disadvantage. But that shit doesn't stack, so you're still just at
You're
disadvantage.
just rolling.
And if
neutral.
you go reckless, that still makes you a straight.
Okay.
If someone who ate someone were, say, sickened, would they, in theory, puke them up?
No.
Okay, well, then
I'm
So, hold on.
Let's see
I'm
what
not
you
done yet,
got.
guys. Not done yet,
Yeah,
guys.
no, he's going to keep going. This is a layer
I-
action, bud.
No, it ain't. This is this
no,
guy's
the
action.
avalanche is the layer action,
And
and that happened because
the other guy,
Yeah, you
He's
fucked
gonna
us.
eat me as
I have
No,
no plan.
By
he's-
eating the other
It's not gonna
centipede.
work because
he's pissed he missed. But he's got multiple targets, and
Oh.
one of them definitely pissed him off.
Oh.
So
Finger guns McGee.
you moved away over towards the other one at the end.
Yes.
So
by
it's
the
just
second
you
one.
two that are right there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that makes sense because you hit it hard. It's pissed off.
That's fair, but, like...
Is it safe to assume it doesn't have burn damage erupting from its stomach?
That is an 18 to hit.
No, it's not fair to assume.
Damn.
Is any of this fire damage?
I guarantee every
It
damage
will
you take
be.
is not
Oh.
normal damage right now.
Beautiful.
No, I
But
mean,
not
like,
this
when
part.
I hit it and
Oh.
it hits me for fire damage.
Maybe acid. I don't know.
I'm sure I'm going to take that.
36 points of piercing.
Okay.
There goes all the points you got from short rest.
Yeah, I wasn't full going into this battle.
And 13 points of fire because you're resistant. That reduces to 6.
Regurgitation is that
So,
in
hun-
one swing
And you
that
are now
takes damage, or is that
restrained
over
as
the
it
course of the
grapples
turn?
you in its mouth. You are like,
Metagaming.
it's like basically, I gotcha.
Huh.
So can you still finger gun it?
Well,
Oh, yeah,
well,
technically.
I can move my hands to.
Oh, yeah,
spells?
you-
Okay.
You are restrained. All that means is your speed is 0. attack rolls against you have advantage. Your attack rolls have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on
Is this
dex
the
saves.
same one who ate him?
No,
Okay.
the one who ate him is
We
eating
need
him.
to kill that
This is
one.
the one that came from the other side.
Can you not finger of death?
I'm
the
going
bitch,
to-
or is
No,
that a
I
high level
don't.
spell?
That's my highest of the
It's 7th
spells.
level.
That's a one and done
I
finger
went
gun, son.
Magna, which meant it was 2 and done. That was
Bjorn,
the maximum
you're inside.
anything I could
Yeah.
have possibly done.
I'm so sorry.
Get out, you can get out.
I
It's
have
your
no
turn.
finger
Oh, I don't
guns.
take any poison? Okay, right on.
no?
Hell yeah, we like
Acid
to see it.
damage at the end of your turn.
No, I don't like that.
Get out of the stomach.
Kill it.
Clean.
I am just gonna shout loudly, and I am going to recklessly start swinging.
Okay. Straight
Actually, if I'm inside of it mechanically, does it
You still
automatically
have-
fail dex saves? It's not dodging
roll.
me. I'm
Technically,
inside of it.
no, but
I
also
would say that makes sense.
we'll see.
though.
We'll see. It depends on
depends
what you're
what you
asking
do.
about.
Because I have a little
Depends on exactly what you do.
cool special attack from my axe that does a cone of lightning damage.
You're
I-
like,
if-
do I
if you-
fire bullets?
Yeah,
It's-
You
it would
literally
be in the
could not
cone.
avoid a cone if it's inside.
It's not gonna
Yeah.
fucking be able to avoid that shit.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
like-
about that. Whether I should do that or just 2 swings.
It's up to you.
Probably 2 swings.
What
I'm-
deals more damage?
Yeah, just the one that does more damage.
It's only 8d6, and I can't guarantee it's gonna hit super well. And I have a long history of rolling poorly, so I'm gonna take 2 swings.
Okay.
First swing. Ooh, there's a 15 hit.
It does not. You can't.
Big
You're,
sad.
you're trying to swing, and you actually get hung up in your. You're like your hands are like stuck between some of the muscles as it's moving
Yeah.
around.
Second hit. Natural 1. Oh no, I'm sorry. That was a 7. 18.
Excellent. That hits.
Thank
That was all. I was due for it.
So that one hits.
Let's
So things are gonna keep happening.
let's go with
One, I
12 plus
just need
3,
to see it.
15 slashing damage.
Okay.
Oh, you can teleport us back in the cave.
Fucking cave, no.
4 lightning.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bonus action
We
shift
still need to be
and
here.
gain
Exactly, not in the cave.
18 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't know anywhere else further that way.
I don't even
All right,
know it.
so
I
that's
have
your
an
turn?
idea.
That is my turn.
That's a chance.
Persephone.
Also a chance of fucking avalanche.
So I'm trying to see whether or not I have a healing potion because this is going to determine whether I hit him or I GTFO.
We should absolutely kill the one
Looking
that
on
I-
your sheet, it looks like
That's what I'm actively
you don't
trying.
see any
I
healing
think that'd be
potions.
pretty cool, I think.
Because I also have stuff just written in my other
didn't
things
grab
that I was
that.
looking
No,
through.
Okay.
I didn't grab
Like
the
in your
fucking-
notes and stuff.
Yeah,
No,
but
no,
I
no.
don't appear. I have a smut book, so I don't think that's going to help me. I have a
Just
D4 of inspiration.
Digging through your bag, like, ooh.
I have that
I
written
did
down.
50 temporary beast.
I was
Okay.
gonna say the only one that has like a supply of potions is me.
Yeah. Alright.
I have 1 potion.
I have 20 potions.
You gave me one of them.
I thought my chances of not missing an attack were pretty high. I literally had to roll below 5.
To
and
be
I did-
fair, this is why I'm glad this character went away
Happens.
because it had so much shit in
that
it.
it does.
I mean,
Why would you be?
I
happy
rolled a
about
1 and a
character having
3
lot
for
of
the
shit going
saves
away?
against her fingers
Because
of
when I
death.
come back, I
So
can
the
divvy it
one
out for bigger
Who
end
is
fights.
trying to eat me? Is
Yeah.
he the worse off or the better?
No. He's that's the one that hadn't been hurt that much.
Alright, I'm gonna dimension throw my ass out of here then.
Okay.
Can you dimension door to me?
I can, but
Because I can pick you up and fly you in the air. So
Sure
if
you
you
don't
want
wanna
to
hit
cast
this thing?
spells, you can do it from above with range. So that way you're not getting attacked.
Are you currently flying?
I'm currently on the ground, but I just did a bonus action potion of flying.
He's telling you telepathically that he's going to start flying soon.
Well, if the avalanche is coming, bro, I'm not going in that avalanche.
Oh yeah, I was going in the get the fuck out of here zone.
Yeah.
I am dimension dooring.
Where
minimum.
to?
That's
You
what
monster.
I'm debating.
Alright.
What can you describe like what's aside from bad guys, us, and like avalanche? Is there trees? Is there this
No,
cliff?
this is
like
barren of snow and rock. That's
Okay.
all that's up here.
Snock.
and there's cliff.
And the cliff is about 250 feet away from you to the east.
I guess I'm going to the edge of the cliff.
Okay. Boop! You're 250 feet away at the edge of the cliff.
Avalanche is going to catch you in like 2
I'll
seconds.
No, it's
jump.
not. It's closer to you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I know after it consumes us.
Overramp. Whoa.
That's
All right.
I'm just going to dead stop on us.
So,
That's-
we are now at the top of the initiative order,
Maybe.
and this is
That's
where
what
we're
that
going to take a break.
Oh. Ah.
Before we jump into the next part. So, if you're watching and you're having a good time, remember you can affect the game if you're watching on YouTube
I need
by
37
super chatting us what you would like to see happen. And as long as it's not completely game breaking, we'll find a way to make it work. Or if you're on Twitch and you donate Twitch bits, donate and let us know what you want to see happen. As long as it's not game breaking, we will do our best to make it happen in the game. So that's that. We're going to take our break and we'll be back in just about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Later.
Maybe I'm not doing it.
Okay,
Kate.
and we are back from break.
Hello, we're fucked.
So it is now top of the round. Leon, you
Well,
are up. So
I still can't see him, so
Strike true.
yeah, nobody can see him.
I have to do the next best thing.
He is in the belly.
Kill him.
How
War-
far away did I go, by the way,
In
just so I
feet.
can...
250 feet.
Okay.
So by the way, that thing basically looked at you and said, "Get in my belly!
I'm bigger than you. I'm higher up on the food chain.
Get in my
Get
belly!
in my belly.
War
You
of
wee man, you wee baby man."
I'm a bigger chunk of corn in my shit.
Bigger chunks of corn in my shit.
Yeah,
I ate a baby.
war of attrition. I-
first. Where's your shitter?
I have HP to spare, so I'm gonna beat the shit out of this thing to try and get
Damn, it
my
must be
boy.
nice to have HP.
About to say the best thing you can do to heal me is by killing this thing.
Exactly.
All right.
So 4th level branding smite,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna walk up to this one that he's inside of. That's
Mhm.
gay. Sorry, there's nothing wrong with that, by the way.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm pretty gay.
It's deep. You're deep inside.
He's deep inside.
You're very deep.
Oh no.
All right, and I'm gonna
Not a
strike.
big fan.
All the way. It's not just the tip.
Just a tip.
Will this be a nat 20?
No.
It'll be a 17.
That hits.
That works. All right. So that'll be 12, and then I'm gonna expend a Bedardic Spirbation.
And you're using Bradamante to hit.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that gonna fuck my sword?
No.
I didn't
It's
say it.
gonna
would.
like
I was
melt my sword or
No, I
something.
didn't
Isn't your
say
sword
that.
magical?
I just wanted
Okay,
to know if you were hitting the motherfucker.
This man is cruel.
Don't you have a couple like legendary swords?
No,
I thought you did.
I had a +1 that I gave to.
Oh,
John.
okay. It was just magic, not
Mm.
legendary.
I'm a Pikachu.
No, I don't have an arsenal or nothing. All right. Yep. So just for the piercing, it will be 16.
Okay, so that is. You take 9 points of fire damage.
All right.
And as you hit with that one, it does this.
Well, I hadn't finished the damage.
Okay.
It was
He said, "I'm gonna have you
Okay,
hold up for
never
just
mind.
a second.
Keep
I'm gonna
going.
digest this
I was gonna
fucker."
say 16 points for piercing. That's why I said just for the piercing.
Mhm.
And 4 of that becomes my AC. So my AC is now 20.
Okay.
And then because I had branding smite on it, 4th level, that is then an additional 4d6 radiant damage. So 14 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And that's some good radiant damage.
And is that your turn?
Well, that was my first attack.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. Is that your turn or not?
That's why I'm telling you. That's my
Alright.
first attack.
So, go.
Nat 20. Let's go.
Yes.
That never happens. All right.
Until now. Strike
16 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Show me what you got.
true. Yes.
All right. So Leon is fucking looking around. He sees the avalanche coming down. He's like, just one victory, world. Just fucking one. And so he brandishes Bradamante, and he looks around. He sees Bjorn get fucking swallowed whole, and he's like, I just needed 4 seconds to see you.
The Bjorn-shaped addition. Get me over here.
It's the fucking SpongeBob coming through the wall. So he quickly brandishes the rapier and does a quick sort of chant, not really a prayer, but sort of like words of faith, as the blade becomes blinding white, and he rushes towards the Remoraz, stabbing once as close to the face as possible, even though it's huge, so it's probably not too close. And a small radiant explosion happens, and then as he does that, he reverses the grip and then just drags it
Okay.
down.
As you do that, the heat off its body
It hurts.
causes you to take 14 points of fire damage.
Okay, so that'll be 5 more.
Okay.
Rapier
And,
users, I imagine, just like do the Zorro thing with like
okay. And
write their name.
as you do that, what you see is a point of inspiration for you. And you basically tear open this thing's gullet from almost its chin, like so its throat, all the way down through. And as you're inside, you feel some movement and something, and the muscles kind of go slack, and then in front of you it splits open and you fall out
You go, oh,
of
look,
its
door.
body.
I'm like laying down. I look up. Well done, small warrior.
Let's not count our chickens. Everyone,
What chickens?
I was waiting for that.
stay close to me. I can
Okay.
get us out of here.
That's your turn.
That's my turn.
Okay, on initiative count 20, the avalanche roars closer. It is now getting very close.
Uh-oh.
How close is very close?
Not as close to you because you are 250 feet away, but it is coming.
A coming.
Good for him.
Can you make
Gold,
it by
you're up.
yourself?
Okay.
I'm gonna go
So
walk.
I heard the call from Leon to stay close to him, so I
Mhm.
will move within 5 feet of Leon.
Which isn't hard because he moved up right next to the creature that swallowed Bjorn, and at the end of your last turn, that's where you were. So you're literally right next to him.
So I'm going to go ahead and cast banishment on the remaining creature.
Okay, so
Banishes
what
it.
is
Now,
your DC? And it's a charisma, right?
If
Wait, no,
I,
she
It is a
teleported.
I
charisma
was like,
save,
I'm
yes.
already gone.
if I had been in its stomach, what would happen here?
I'm numb.
Eat it.
Oh, well, he's not banishing that one. That one's
I'm
dead.
just saying.
Charisma DC 17.
Would I have been banished too, or would I have been like?
Well,
I
we'll
think
never
he
know
probably
because it
would've been
didn't happen,
banished,
right?
too.
All right,
So-
let it
It's
eat me
not
real
like
quick.
his lunch stayed, right?
So,
Damn.
on your turn, you cast your spell. Pop! It disappears.
Alright.
You still have bonus action movement.
I'm simply going to go ahead and call to the rest of the team. Get to Leon now!
Okay.
What?
Tomer, your turn.
Where the fuck?
How close am I to Leon?
You have not yet moved from where you were. You're right
Okay,
there.
I'll
Everyone's
just-
bunched up. The only one who is now not there is her.
Please
She's
take my
250 feet
look.
away.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to pick her
But
up. And
all
make it
four
back
of
in
you
time.
are literally like right next to
Yeah.
each other.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna stay there next to Leon.
All right.
You'll be
So
fine.
once it gets my turn,
Well, it's not yet.
well, I'm assuming we're skipping, right?
No, it's Bjorn's turn. You doing anything?
I stand up, and
Okay.
my rage will end.
Okay.
I
Persephone,
know
are
you
you
get hit by that wind pretty hard.
Persephone, are you doing anything?
I'm gonna wait to see what they do.
Plus,
So-
I shifted, so I have a bunch more hair on my.
Hmm.
It's like a pelt of burr.
There you
Not
go.
a pelt,
Pelt
of
of
burr.
burr.
Bear
You have
fur.
to be
a
raging
pelt of
to-
burr? Is that like the
Burr fair is what I was gonna say.
burr fair?
It
Is
was
that
so backwards.
is that
Bear
like
fur.
you're trying to
burr
be a
fair.
part of the group
Do
or
you
whatever?
have
it
to
is?
be raging to keep that form?
No,
Oh, cool.
my
Yeah.
character is a shifter.
Okay.
They share bonus
It
actions.
is
and it's
now
really annoying.
Back to the top. It is Leon's turn.
I just
Alright.
thought it was always a rage thing.
So with
Half
that,
of the beast would do that.
I'm going to cast teleport. Spell instantly transports you and up to 8 willing creatures of your choice that you can see within range, which is within 10 feet,
Mm-hmm.
to a destination you select. If you target an object, blah blah blah. Destination must be known to you, and it must be on the same plane of existence as
Yep.
you.
Where are you attempting to teleport to?
To a very obvious location at the bottom of the cliff on safe ground.
Okay. You are 250 feet away from the cliff.
Yes,
You haven't seen it
You
yet.
can't see the bottom of the cliff.
I'm aware.
So this is not a visual.
I'm aware.
Just making sure you knew that.
You
This
can
is
see
now
me
a
though.
gamble.
You can see her,
You
but
can
that
see
doesn't
me
matter.
at the top of the cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
No, I just meant if they wanted to teleport to the top of the cliff.
If I teleport to you, there's still an avalanche.
I think she wants to feather.
Kind of felt
Okay,
Okay,
so-
yeah, then yeah. I'm gonna teleport to Persephone.
You're going to teleport to Persephone?
What?
Okay. So that is,
It's Rainfall.
I would call
It's
that
only for 4
Where
people.
is she?
250
Edge of
feet
the
away, at the top of the cliff.
And the little dot over there.
Um,
I'm that ant.
so I am going to qualify that as seen casually, because you're not very familiar
Yeah,
with the
because we
location,
haven't
but
been
you're
into
looking
I
at
get
it. And I'll give you a slight bonus to that, but it's not very familiar.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll percentile.
I need the big die.
See, I don't have to roll a percentile for mine.
Yeah, well, I also get to do it with
Yeah,
up to 8
no,
people.
I'm well
and
aware it's a
anywhere.
better teleport.
Jeez.
Yes.
No, 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 no.
Teleport do be better than D-Door.
The door.
It's a higher level spell, so
Don't you do it.
don't influence it.
Only
Hey.
for bad.
Winds of change blow.
Oh,
I thought
Oh,
you
I
had to
thought
get
it was
that
I
about
went
one.
to roll the one.
It's
Oh,
still
whoa, whoa,
going.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Bro, stop.
What is
Oh
it?
my god. It was
99.
That succeeds, baby.
That does.
almost
You
to
are-
100.
You are exactly on target.
Yes.
You have no problem. All four of you pop up right next to Persephone,
Hello.
and you are looking 5 feet away from you.
Oh.
Is this edge of this cliff, and you look out, and this
Damn, if I know we
drops
were gonna roll that,
down
you should have just said the big bad's front door.
literally thousands of feet.
All right, everybody hold hands and let's go.
I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna be like, who's the closest person next to me?
You all reasonably come up and
I grab
like a
gold by the waist
cluster.
and I jump off the cliff and I start flying downwards.
Okay, well I need to see you to cast it, but whatever.
I have
You
fly.
can fly.
I can fly.
Well, I didn't know that.
I also can fly.
But this is more fun. I just go, what's that? And I grab gold and I'm like, we're going.
I grab Peter's
Percy's
hand.
shoulder.
Exactly.
Okay.
You can fly.
Or if she extended her hand, I would like.
Yeah, I was like, everybody who's still up here, I was gonna hold my
Yeah.
hands out.
Okay.
I take Percy's hand.
Now, I'm just gonna let you know, because you would notice this, and I said it.
Yeah.
As you look over the edge of the cliff, it is thousands of feet down.
That's a future problem.
It's still Featherfall.
Doesn't
I
Featherfall lap to
understand
you
that.
the ground?
How long
You
does
know
it
your
last?
spell.
Yeah, I know
How
when
long
to
does
cast
it last?
I'll cast it when appropriate. I'm gonna hold hands and wait till I'm appropriately able to cast.
Okay,
Oh, brother.
Good to know.
No, no.
good to know.
Aren't you glad that I grabbed you off the side of the cliff and we're flying down?
Yeah.
No, because I mean, like it. Hold on. let
We're
me
gonna be
just-
going a 30-degree
It
angle.
lasts-
They're gonna-
It's a first level spell.
For one.
It's a first level spell. Just cast it immediately and keep casting it.
It's literally the Doctor Doom ride at Universal.
Oh,
Just
I can't do that.
Because it's a rate of 60 feet per.
I love that
6
we
seconds.
harmonize.
yeah.
Because like
Bit fruity in it.
Percy knows better than Jen knows. because
Yes.
Percy knows what spells do.
Yes.
You know what else is
I would
pretty?
know whether or not I need to cast it now or mid-fall.
You could cast it mid-fall,
Aw.
but
I plan to cast it
Empty.
now, but the way you were
Okay.
talking made it seem like I need to cast it mid-fall.
well, no, I mean, it's just.
I was
just
going
saying.
to
I
cast
appreciate
now,
the
and if
beer
I
that you
need
gave
to re-up it mid-fall, I will.
Okay.
It was quite good.
All right.
It was okay.
So everybody who is still
That's
up here is getting
Mid-beer.
Featherfall cast on
Okay,
them.
so that would
But it was
be
free
you,
beer.
Leon, and Bjorn.
And
So it
then
was great.
It
Cannonball.
was like $12, so
Okay.
it's fine.
Now the only other thing I gotta double check.
It's like
like
the
the
price
art
of
that
a
they
beer
have.
in any bar.
And it
Yeah,
all
really.
worked out okay.
Really.
I
Alright.
paid $14 for a High Lie today.
I don't know what that
Okay,
sentence is.
good. That
A beer.
that
Oh.
helps. That works. Okay, so because it hasn't been that long for the fly potion.
Have I seen you
Okay.
use Featherfall before?
You know,
Okay, so
but I sounded real confident.
I trust you, Percy.
I'm
You sounded
assuming-
awfully confident.
assuming you are still concentrating on that banish spell, correct?
I think I'm out of range now, just based
Well,
on
range
distance.
isn't relevant.
Range doesn't matter on this.
It's
With
It's
the
just
natural,
concentration.
natural 20 nature
Are you
check,
concentrating
I
on
would
it
understand the
or
implications
not?
of staying at the foot of this avalanche.
I would
jump off the
imagine
cliff
I'm
there.
maintaining concentration as long as I'm able to do so. But I mean,
Okay.
on the other hand, this man did just launch me off a cliff.
Exactly. Okay.
So
So I will have you roll
or, you know,
one concentration check, which is Constitution save, because
Or-
he grabbed you and jumped off the fucking
I'm gonna
cliff.
do you one better before I even roll that. I forgot.
Okay, so as you teleport in with your spell, this is the order of what happens.
Hey guys, I'm here.
You guys see that avalanche on turn 20 coming through. Where you were just gets wiped out,
Fun.
and it's coming through from there. Then everyone is kind of waiting. It's technically Gold's turn. Gold's just standing there for a second, and then Tomer grabs you, jumps off the freaking cliff.
I go, "Whoa!"
At that point, technically, you forgot the Remoraz that you had banished had popped into existence in the location that just got buried in tons and tons of snow and ice and rock.
It's just getting fucking pummeled with the rocks right now.
And at that point, then it's Bjorn's turn. He's like, huh? And then Percy's turn, who then waits a second, grabs Leon's hand and says, let's go. And then all three of you jump. As you jump, you cast your Featherfall. You begin drifting down at approximately 600 feet per minute.
Yep.
Or 60 feet per second. A nice,
Around.
gentle, or round. Gentle, slow ish.
A
fall.
catchable pace for sure.
Yes. You continue to hear this rumble from above you.
I'm
Okay.
trying to swim away.
It doesn't work like that. You literally just fall.
Looney Tune it, yeah.
There is no directing it. You just fall.
Well, I imagine you'd keep your momentum for a little bit until the
Yeah.
momentum dissipates.
Not really.
It's more of like a.
Yeah, and then you just kind of.
Well, when I did the jump, I did try to jump
Well,
farther away from the. I mean,
Yeah, which-
avalanche purposes.
Well, I know, but
farther
you-
away.
you-
Yeah.
with a jump
Yeah.
like that, standing 5 feet away, you
Yeah.
basically get about 20 feet away from
Yeah.
the edge, and that's about it.
Yeah,
But then you're
like
just kind of
I get.
drifting down. After approximately 40 more seconds, okay? So we'll call it, you basically have 3 more rounds left in this feather fall.
Mhm.
So you have currently traveled, drifted down about 400-ish feet
Mhm.
from up above, give or take. You start to see coming over that lip. Hey, that's some snow, some rocks, some snow. Oh shit, it's coming. The next round,
Clip that.
you're
shit.
another 60 feet down, and now you see the sky above you.
Is it
The
like
light is
going to
now
be hitting
dark.
us kind
The
of
sky
thing?
is falling.
You don't know just yet.
Well, no, but I can sense whether or not I'm gonna die from an avalanche and need to react. Is what I'm getting
The
at.
fucking B
It
movie
gets
B. The
dark
very like,
as it
looking at-
shoots out over. It's like a huge projectile, like a canopy coming off the edge of this cliff, shooting out for a couple 100 feet straight out due to the momentum, and then falling. So this is this giant freaking snow
A
waterfall.
waterfall of
Give me
ice
an
and-
intelligence check.
Just keep falling on my head.
Was it 18 on the die?
Excellent.
Good, because I don't know much about
Excellent. Yeah, your plus is a
Might be a
+1,
minus.
so you got a 19 total. Excellent. So, yeah, you look and you go, okay, one of 2 possibilities here. Due to how far it's going out in that arc, it could potentially just overshoot us. But as it loses momentum, it might start coming in closer. So that might eventually get to a point where it could start hitting us.
Okay.
So you have the options.
I will.
You can cancel your
No, I
feather
know
fall
what I'm
and drop at a much faster rate to try to outpace it,
Mm-hmm.
or you can cross your fingers and say, "Okay, I'm gonna keep the feather fall, and when it expires, re-up it immediately, and just hope that the momentum of all this snow and ice keeps it going way away from me, past where I'm at."
I could do a third option,
Okay.
which is polymorph myself into a big bird, carry these 2 up I go.
You could do that.
Whatever biggest bird creature
TPK
strength
right here.
that made sense.
Giant eagle,
Yeah,
giant
yeah,
owl. It's
Giant
They're done with
bird.
this
Yeah.
equation. We're
Be-
just
being that it is
You and your
relatively
foot may drop it
average,
in.
slightly smaller guy, and really big guy. Honestly, you could carry both of them. It's gonna be a little difficult because
Leon?
he's a big mofo. But
Leon's
you can
not
do it.
smaller. He's 5'8".
Yeah, but like
You're not him.
you're not,
6 foot. He's a short king.
you're not that.
Yeah.
You're not that guy.
Okay, but he's the exception, not the rule.
True, but he's still that.
So yeah, I'm gonna burb and kind of just navigate us out of the way.
Okay, so you guys are having this gentle fall. You see Persephone look up,
That's a-
and she kind of does
I
the
think for a second.
shit. You know what? And all of a sudden, the hand that's holding your hand turns into nice big talons
Bird talons.
attached to a giant bird. What do you choose to do? Eagle,
An
owl, what?
eagle.
Giant
As long as it-
condor.
Yeah.
So you becomes a giant eagle, and you're now each being held in the talons, one in each talon of this
It
giant
was
eagle.
like 7 feet and like 450 to
It's
500
big.
pounds.
Yeah, it's big though. It's big.
Like,
And it
I'm a big boy.
and you can't go quite as fast as you could normally without being encumbered by the weight of this motherfucker, but you're going
Yeah.
good enough. You're able to go, let's fucking veer off a little bit and get out of this pathway. No problem. You managed to do that.
Wonderful.
You guys, because you are flying and you can fly at a rate of 60 feet per round, but you can actually maneuver,
Oh, yeah.
unlike Featherfall.
Oh, it was
What
like
are you
I'm a
doing?
bird. I can maneuver.
I'm gonna maneuver-
Diagonal dash. Diagonal dash.
Diagonal dash.
Okay, yeah. So you're changing your direction, and not a problem. And you
I
guys
didn't
see
think
which
you guys
direction.
went down at all. I thought you guys went up.
Oh
and
no,
never down.
I went full on
Okay.
movie football tackle gold off
Gotcha.
the edge and be like, we're gonna live or die together. Let's go.
Gotcha.
You guys, you
He Buzz
see which
Lightyear
direction
draft, yeah.
she's going. You can
All
either
the
choose to
time.
kind of go that way,
We're not aiming
or
for
you
the
can.
truck.
You also see them, so you guys can kind of choose to. Hey, let's.
We're not
meet
doing
up.
what they're doing.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're staying the safe distance away.
Okay, but you can choose to kind of head over in that direction, away from things, and towards them if you want. So,
Pulls out a
what
umbrella.
what
American
is the end
Papa.
goal that you guys are all trying to do?
Wait
Well
for
done,
Avalanche
Kirsty.
to sort itself out and then safely land at bottom
All right.
once Avalanche is done sorting itself out.
And you two?
And then telling Leon to not cast.
Try to
Avalanche.
find a place where we can land away from the
I've
avalanche
just
debris so we
learned.
don't get bodied.
I am the most powerful mage. I cast avalanche.
All right, so it
I probably could have cast it too if I didn't.
it ends
fireball.
up being a scary few moments with the rumbling and the avalanche basically kind of blocking out the sun above you for a little while and then pouring off the edge. But eventually it stops. You guys do manage to make it down to the bottom where you are now in a valley between mountains. There's a shit ton of snow and rock down here now that just fell off the mountain.
Is it warmer down here?
But yes, it is a little bit warmer. You don't have the rip-roaring wind peeling through this this part of the mountain, but it is not temperate. It is not like a pleasant valley.
no, but
blah, blah, blah.
the wind
It's
isn't
not a
making
nice
it
35 degrees. It's still
Right.
0.
It's still cold. It's just not negative
The wind
20
is
anymore.
not.
Yeah,
It's
wind
crazy.
And the
not
wind
making it
isn't as
worse.
crazy.
It might be 10 if we're lucky.
Yeah, you're
Wind chill is what makes it awful, like you
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
earlier. So
Yeah,
without the
it's-
whipping wind,
it's a lot better. You're more shielded from the wind. And there are trees now in this area. Most of those right down here you've seen covered and just buried. But you do see, there are some trees here. Some are evergreens, but you also do see some deciduous trees that have lost their leaves and stuff. And so they just look like, sticks basically with twigs sticking out of them. But there's some evergreens and stuff in this area. Kind of sparse, but they're there. But you also see now where you're in a valley. There's frickin' mountains just going up and up and up. And this is where you're at. You can still travel east, but from direction wise in this one of your favorite terrains, east is that way, directly into that mountain. Or I can try to go around one way or the other to try to make it easier travel instead of climbing up. We can do that. So it's really up to you at this point which way you're going to do that.
We go left because left is always right.
Well, no,
That's-
that'd be north, so we
that's
need to go right.
false.
So we go south.
We're going around the mountains.
Ah.
Yes, but southeast.
Well said, Percy. Eloquent as always.
I do a barrel roll.
East
But
to
let's-
southeast. To go around the base of the mountain heading south.
Okay.
As south in
So-
theory would bring us more in direct contact towards the secondary objective if we have to take
That
it.
is a true statement. The from what you remember from the map locations that you have scouted out on with the information you got from the ledgers and everything, and you mapped out on your maps, that will bring you closer to the other ley line location as well by going southeast. So you're kind of splitting the difference a little bit. It's still further to get to that one than it is the one you initially are pointing towards to the east, but you're still closer in that direction. So as you're traveling in that direction, trying to go around this mountain, heading southeast, and get around there and eventually kind of maybe peel back to the east, depending on what the train is doing. The travel down here is a little easier because it's not quite as cold. You do have some tree cover that you every once in a while you can use. So you also have some materials that when it gets later on and the sun goes down and the temperature does drop a little bit more.
Do we even
You-
know what time of day it is?
Gold, give me a nature check. Actually,
have
survival
proficiency in
check.
nature.
Survival check, actually.
It's nap o'clock.
I'm pretty sure I also have proficiency in survival.
Or you can roll a
Get
thing.
rid of my spell here. So
Nature or survival?
Survival.
So I imagine we've been traveling for
18.
a hot minute.
Okay. Yep, you have.
Cold minute, but yeah.
You're right.
Even if my plus, it's gonna
That's
be below
right.
10.
That's
Gold
all right.
just licks his thumb.
Well, you,
6:30.
yeah. Well, you look up, and you've traveled for a while within the mountain, quite a while, and now you've been traveling around this mountain outside in the cold, and you've been going for a couple hours. It is now early evening. You would call it 6:30, 7, somewhere in that range. And you guys are getting pretty tired.
I would then divvy out chores. Leon, you and I are gonna dig a pit.
All right.
Bjorn, Tomer, go gather firewood.
You're
Percy,
not.
Caca!
prepare to
Still
light a
burn.
fire.
Are you gonna maintain that for a while?
You just
I'm
shriek.
sure the bird's gonna keep a bit warmer than me, so yeah.
You just do the eagle shriek and just fly off.
Actually,
Oh,
Wait, hold-
can I go
hold-
hunt for prey?
Hold on.
I'm a burb.
Little butterfly goes over to you and starts talking. No.
that's a great idea. Yes, gather some small prey.
Can I go like hunt
Sure.
a bunny or something?
You
I'm-
easily find them with your
I'm a
excellent eagle vision.
fucking bird.
And I'll say,
Ah.
how long do you want to hunt for?
To like get bored.
Till you get bored. Okay.
Find something
So,
really, I mean.
so-
Hunting
So-
sucks.
3 rabbits chained together.
over the course of an hour, you manage to get 4 animals. You get
Okay.
a snow hare. You actually also get a snow fox that was hunting that hare. That it was trying to grab it, and you
I
just
said, well,
grabbed them both.
Don't mind if I do.
I don't know we have a
You-
2-for-1 special.
Who for the price?
You find what looks like some kind of ptarmigan or partridge or something like that. It's a white
In a
feathered
pear tree?
snowbird. No, white feathered snowbird. And you also managed to get an elk. Because you're a
Carry a
fucking
whole
big
lot
ass
of
eagle.
He gets a
Actually-
baby elk and drags it off.
No, it was not a baby elk.
No, it's
Can't get off the
this is
ground.
a
It's
Oh,
like-
that's right. You're a giant
I'm
fucking
a
Yeah.
big boy.
So you find a herd of
Your
elk
bones
and
are
you snatch
hollow.
one of those.
You send me off to start a fire,
And
and,
so
I come
ba-
back and just fucking.
I imagine
Yeah.
corpses
So-
are dropped
So
off.
basically what happens is she heads out there and she goes,
you
she flies around for a bit. And she comes back like 15 minutes later and goes plop, and you see this hare and this snow fox. And then she goes again. She comes back another 20 minutes later and she plop, here you go. Here's a little fucking bird. And you're like, okay, well, yeah, that'll feed us. And then she comes back right near the end of that full hour. And she goes, thump, and this fucking elk just drops right in the camp.
Just crushes the little bird. And I'm like, oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, you got enough
He's
meat
already
now.
dead.
You're good. You're good. You're good for meat.
And then little birdie Percy's gonna go fucking snuggle up by the fire that I imagine they've set already.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
they would
we'll-
have gathered plenty of firewood
so
that time.
we're gonna dig at least 4
I
feet
have
deep.
Outlander. I can always find food. And
Oh yeah.
stuff.
Same.
I want to go ahead
You have
and
Outlander?
set up
No.
essentially like a canvas,
But I
like
found that food.
triangular point
I
above us.
provide.
Okay, using that
A hunter gatherer.
tent.
Yes, alongside maybe. some-
Actually, I have an important question
I
for you.
told them to grab it. I told them to
Okay.
grab
Yeah,
it. You
we-
watch stream. I told them.
You
Okay,
didn't
fair
tell them
enough.
to,
I'll allow.
But
I'll
then
allow you to have
shit
that.
happened.
Wait, what's the problem?
His tent.
Yes, the one that I told them to grab.
Yes.
I
But
will.
then they did a
I
fight,
will give you the
and there was
benefit
an
of the doubt.
avalanche,
I
and we
didn't hear
jumped
it,
off a
but I'll give you the
mountain.
benefit of the doubt. So
Regardless,
I don't remember a tent.
somebody else's can set up their tent. I
There
want to
was,
form a
like,
triangular
we
shape to
own
just kind
more
of
than
like
one
capture
tent.
smoke,
okay,
so we can kind of cure the elk while we cook the other food.
okay, fair enough.
That way we have rations.
Also, I will say because you have the Outlander background, you actually, while you're helping to gather firewood, you actually find in some of the trees, you find a sap that you know is actually really, really good, that you can tap that, and you have basically you can use a knife to like cut a hole in it and kind of do a certain pattern in it.
Use my
And what-
axe.
Yeah, or whatever, but you can cut that, and then if you take some kind of like cup or even just like peel off some bark and use that, you can capture some of the sap, and it's kind of like maple syrup.
I have an extra flask.
Maple
And so it
syrup,
adds calories,
A
which you
milk?
need in this kind of environment, as well as
Whoa.
sweetens whatever you're used to. So it actually
We're
makes
playing survival crafting.
yeah, it actually helps to improve the food and give you
Badass.
more calories, which is something you need in a freezing environment. You need as many calories as you can
I'll
get.
give him the extra flask that I carry around to capture some of it.
There you go.
Thanks. And I do it. I collect some of it.
All right. So you guys have made camp, and it's actually a pretty nice camp in this valley that you're kind of going through to get around the mountains. This is working out well. The temperature, it did drop a little bit because of nightfall as night comes, but with the fire, with what you've set up, you actually find yourself in a relatively comfortable spot.
I'm no longer a bird.
You are no longer a bird.
Sadness.
I will need to know what your watches are.
I'm dying, so I'm going to bed first. Minimum.
I'll take last watch.
Yeah, I'll take first.
Okay, so we got first watch, last watch. What else?
Take middle watch.
Middle watch. Okay.
Golden naturally
You get-
will sleep before anyone else has a suggestion about watches.
Okay, so you guys are splitting it up into 3 shifts.
Yep.
Okay, so essentially each of you are taking 4-hour shifts. That way everyone can get 8 hours of rest, basically. But you're taking 3 shifts of 4 hours, so 12 hours of spending time at this camp resting. You guys get up. Okay, it is the morning. Nothing bad happened in the night.
I had my long rest.
It was actually kind of pleasant. And in fact, I want each of you to roll wisdom saves.
Hey, I like those.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Jesus.
What the hell's up with you tonight? You're rolling more nat 20s than I do.
Buddy,
Wow.
I'm
He's
playing
stealing your luck, bitch.
Cause
I'm playing Oscar Simulator.
I has a +0, so I'm glad.
Nice.
Got a 14.
Okay.
21.
to get
16.
Okay.
to use loaded dice, I had to use digital ones that weren't mine. I could never have touched them to curse them.
There you go. See that? That's the
Well,
answer.
no, you had a 22 rolled with your
Okay,
dice.
That's true. I did roll 2 in a row. Never mind.
So,
I'm God this evening.
all of you,
I'm starting to believe.
this actually ends up being something that sticks in your memory as actually a pleasant night. This is a good memory that just all of you are like, we've been through a lot of adversity. We just went through some hell going through that fucking mountain. We dealt with the damn Remoran. We dealt with all this shit.
The demons right beforehand.
Yeah,
Demons.
all that right beforehand, the fucking spider, everything. Just, this has been hell. But even though we're in a harsh environment, we managed to make a relatively comfortable and pleasant campsite. We were warm, we were fed, and we had the camaraderie and companionship of each other. This was actually something pleasant, and it sticks in your mind as a good memory that you will carry forth for the rest of your lives, however long they may be.
I died
Aw.
alone.
Okay? Each one of you gets an inspiration point.
Hell yeah.
Big hype.
Can I spend that immediately?
No.
If you have enough to
I
spend,
do.
you may.
25 for ASI, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Same.
Alright.
That's
You don't
exactly what
gain
I'm doing too.
benefit
That's why.
until-
Okay, okay,
Big
Well, that's
hype.
what we were doing.
okay.
No.
So, since I already got Percy's sheet, I'm actually on that right now.
I'm at 16 DM.
What are you
inspiration.
doing for your ASI?
My dad.
Are you going with? So you're going with a stat increase.
Yes.
Okay. What stat? You're doing
I
Dex.
believe it was Dex because my charisma can't go any higher.
Are you gonna bump it by 2?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm surprised you didn't bump con by 2.
Well, what's? Hold on. This is legit. Like, what's more relevant for a sorcerer?
Constitution.
Con.
And I lied. It'll be Constitution, not Dex.
You get more hit points, and then you'd also gain
you're gonna-
better saving throws.
I will do con, not Dex. Yes.
Dex just bumps your AC at this point.
Okay.
Okay,
Like
so-
I didn't know.
so you're going
what-
to
yeah, yeah.
increase your Constitution.
Correct. By 2.
Okay.
Increase your constipation.
Wait, no.
So your Constitution is going to go to 16.
It's been 2 fucking days.
Why did that not increase that?
Because D&D Beyond is.
I will say the
trash.
notes I wrote for the like good dream or whatever. I wrote
Let me refresh it and see if that
had
does it.
super good night after avalanche.
Yep,
did
there
a
it did.
bonding
Okay.
session. Was burb much fun.
There you
10
go.
out of 10 would do
So
again.
I just increased it. Your constitution is now 16, so you have a +3 mod.
My inspiration
Okay,
is now
Leon,
0.
Please bring my dex from 18 to 20.
you got it.
Ooh,
God
I'm
damn.
gonna exit out.
That's what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I was gonna
Now
do
I've got
charisma,
two
but my
20s.
charisma already maxed.
What's your other one?
Charisma.
Oh shit.
And
How many feet
refreshing
you
it
got?
just to make sure it
I
takes.
think I have the one. But
There
it's
you go.
pretty much all I need. Mountain combatant.
Your dex is now 20, buddy.
Do you have
3 of them
anything
fuckers.
under 10? Is that why you're so high on the other one?
Oh no, I
He's
do
got an 8
have
strength.
an 8 in strength.
Ah.
Ooh.
All right. So there you guys go. You are now reset to 0
Um,
freaking inspiration
Mine
points.
has
I'm okay
not
with that.
reset. I closed it out and redid it too.
I've got yours. It says
What did you
16
say?
with a
Up in dex
+3 on
has
con.
You said we all got
improved
3 inspiration
everything.
points?
No, 1.
I'm sorry.
1, okay. I was
Huh?
like, what?
I'm sorry.
I said that increase in dex has just changed everything. My initiative, my armor class, my fucking saving throw,
Dex is a broken stat in
my
5e.
attack,
No, I've posted
a
up.
Why
bunch
is
of
that
different
12?
skills.
Did you do the right Percy?
Don't get me wrong.
'Cause
Like,
remember I had to
the
rebuild
second
it.
I can, Dex is the
I've
next
got-
thing I increase.
That picture.
That's the one I
Because
got.
that
Yeah.
would increase it to 20. Because I got 2
I've
18s.
got
but, like,
Constitution at 16.
I have
Are you-
3
I gotta increase my
Constitutions.
charisma.
Yeah.
I have so much
For
hit
paladin
now.
spells.
Like,
Yeah,
I've,
everyone
I've
gets
closed
butt
it and reopened
And I
it
walked with
twice.
I'm
I
refreshing
can
it again
literally,
just to make
from
sure.
half a mile away, read someone's lips and go, I know
It is.
exactly.
It's showing on mine.
Gold's
I don't
the
know what else to do.
best information
Absolutely.
We'll mess with it later.
scout ever.
Just know you have an additional +1 mod to anything that is con, and you got 13 more hit points because. So
Yeah.
your hit point max should be 102 right now.
That would be
Damn.
nice. It's way higher than what I have
102.
now.
Shit, you're almost up next to
Because
me.
you should
I
have.
89 right
Maybe
now.
close
Yeah.
your app and read.
I've done that 3 times.
Yeah.
Then very well, go fuck.
I
Yeah,
can
take
long
it
rest.
Try.
Feats.
Yeah, you all can do a
Terror
long rest. That
roller
might do it too. That
Mhm.
might fix it. So
And-
everyone, you did get a benefit of a long rest.
I did
What's
not.
Leon do again?
Oh, never mind. I only got 1 or 2.
I forget what
You have
Leon
completed a
does.
long rest.
Okay.
I didn't care.
So you guys wake up feeling refreshed
Okay, not bad.
and happy in the morning. And you are now setting off on traveling yet again. Things continue in this pattern for quite a while, to be honest. Actually, let me double check one thing just to make sure I get the correct amount of time.
We are foot in the middle of the snow.
Man, I thought we already.
Have I ever told you all how much I hate the snow?
Nope.
Well,
I feel
now,
like we're gonna hear it a lot.
now
Yeah,
we
it
know.
won't let me fix it on my end.
Well, I'll tell you anyway.
It's a lot.
I think I would
Oh, there we
rather
go.
spend my
There we
days
go.
blistering my feet against the hot sands of TOGG rather than spend my nights in the cold, freezing snow pits that we have to build every night.
Because I have information. Power word kill can no longer hurt me when I'm at full health.
Wow.
Big hike.
I'm officially triple digits.
Wowza.
Welcome to the club.
So who here isn't triple digits?
Well, it was not me till 4 seconds ago.
I think she might be the only
Okay.
one that just got up.
Me.
So
I'm a triple digit.
you have
You've
difficult
also
journey
been rolling
ahead
your
of
health,
you.
though.
It's a long journey for sure.
It is.
I mean, it's
Long journey.
For the next 2 weeks, you are traveling through this heavy snow and ice, rock and
Stone.
sparse trees.
2
They
weeks.
are there. Yep. You still feel like you are no closer to anything because you still see all around you mountains and snow.
how we run a time crunch.
We are.
You are also traveling through
Yeah,
Very difficult terrain
fair.
over a long
You're not
distance.
wrong.
Yep.
Well, he's a ranger, so our pace shouldn't be slowed.
your pace isn't slowed.
It's
This is just
fucking
difficult as
so-
fuck. This is how long it takes to travel through this, even when your pace isn't slow.
All right.
the good news is
We're Lord of the Rings walking it.
you technically have not had anything happen that is noteworthy. You've come across a couple creatures that you have taken the choice to avoid moving around.
Mhm.
Thanks to this being a favored terrain of your party ranger, he notices these things and he's able to help you kind of avoid some of the pitfalls of the denizens of this area, which you do notice there are a decent number of. And some of them are very dangerous.
How many dragons do we see across our entire
As you're
journey?
going through, you don't necessarily see any dragons, but you do see some sign.
Hmm.
Every once in a while. Most of it
That's a
seems to
sign
be
that says,
most of it seems to be things that you notice up high on the mountain rocks. Things like those look like giant freaking claw marks, scrapes up high in the rocks above us. I'm pretty sure that that's caused by dragons. That's what they do. They tend to dig at certain areas. Some of it's to sharpen claws, kind of like
Even
cats.
just perching points.
Yep, perching points. Some of it's where they sharpen claws. You also have seen a couple animal kills, large animals. Like, essentially, there have been some mammoth herds that you've seen signs of the entire herd, and in the wake of those herds, you've seen, oh look, here's about a quarter of a mammoth that has been totally torn to shreds, and yeah, this looks like dragon claws, and oh yeah, it's half cooked. That's dragon fire. That's like a red dragon or something like that. Okay, yeah, I've got to be careful about that.
Yeah.
So you've seen some sign. You haven't actually seen any dragons themselves, with one exception. You did see high overhead, kind of through the clouds and with the snow blowing a little bit. It was hard to see it exactly, but it looked like the silhouette of a dragon flying high in the mountain sky. So there's definitely dragons in these hills. There be dragons in these hills, but
I was just thinking that.
you have not directly encountered any, and fortunately, thanks to your knowledge and skills in this terrain, have been able to avoid the most dangerous possibilities, if you will. However, in the last 4 days now, it's been 2 weeks, but 4 more days of travel. As you're going through, things start to get lower elevation. You can tell by the slight increase in temperature, the snow being less thick. You're not walking through 2 feet of snow trudging. Now it's slowly getting less and less.
Fully
Tree-
referring to the trees.
Tree cover is getting thicker and thicker. You're starting to now see more deciduous trees that actually starting to have leaves on them and stuff like that as well, combined with also the conifers, the other fir trees and stuff like that. So it's increasing, vegetation starts to be increasing. You're starting to see bushes and stuff poking through some of the snow cover. And eventually, in the last 2 days of the current 4 days, it's starting to get to the point where there's almost no snow on the ground, and you're seeing lots and lots of rock cover and even some grasses coming through. The temperature is now increased to the point where you are Norman.
What you guys doing?
He's going meow. Hi, Norman.
See, this is why we didn't bring Peach.
Okay.
Because Peach would be like,
I see your butt.
Yeah, the Norman norms. So he's so as you're going through, you're seeing, and the temperature is now what you would guess is probably in about the mid 20s to almost 30 degrees. It's almost
bearable.
above freezing. Every once in a while, from winds, it might dip down into the 20s more, but it's almost above freezing.
With actual winter gear on, that would be fairly comfortable.
Yeah. It's you're actually doing okay. But the other thing you have noticed now is you're now getting into areas of talk that you are familiar with from your time here before,
Where it's habitable, yeah.
where it's more habitable, but surprisingly enough, it is even more dangerous because of the different types of creatures and the concentration of them.
Mm-hmm.
There are more wild beasts in the plains than there are, in the mountains themselves.
Hey, Leon,
Yes.
you ever heard of the purple worm before?
What roll can I make for that?
That would be purple worm. I would actually put that at probably Arcana or History.
I can Arcana.
You can.
Then I'll do history.
That's the number.
Boy.
Arcana.
What I know about the
That's
purple
something like a
worm?
middle schooler would say right before they punch you in
Oh.
the, the purple worm.
Boy. Purple worm.
It does kind of sound like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It came from gold, though, so place of trust.
Okay, so let's see here.
15.
I'm gonna say, are you proficient in History?
I am, but it's only for recalling information about dark past surroundings, an
Yeah,
object, or
no.
touching it, or recalling information about faith, fiends, or undeads.
No, I would say you don't really have the knowledge of this area because most of your time was spent at sea more than anything, and you were only young when you were here, so you didn't really interact that much with this. Plus, most of your time when you were in talk was literally with the tribe and your mom.
Does he want food or something?
He
No,
wants
it's better.
attention. He's,
Let him in here. I'll give him attention.
Yeah, let him in.
I'll give him lots of
Poor
kisses.
normies. Let him in. Norman.
It sounded like it came from out there.
Yeah, he's meow. No, he's meowing.
I also thought it came from outside.
No, it was him. Hi, Norms. What you doing, buddy?
Grim psychometry.
And he's like, nope. He's like, there's other people in here. Nope.
I've changed my mind.
If it was just Logan, he'd be in
Look at
here in
the
a
roll.
heartbeat. All right, so what did you get again?
15.
A 15. Okay, so with a 15, yeah, you know a little bit about purple worms. You know that they are monstrosities, kind of like the Remoras. They are monstrosities. These things are even bigger, though, than the Remoras.
Oh, fun.
They're like damn near twice the size. They are tunnelers. They also burrow, and they can burrow through solid rock, in addition to just regular earth. The other thing with these that you know for sure, because of what you guys have said you wanted to know about these, is that it doesn't have any particular weaknesses that you know of, but it isn't resistant to anything that you know of. It seems like, okay, it's just a creature, a big ass, burly, beefy creature that likes to eat things. But other than that, it's nothing special when it comes to its ability to withstand damage in any way, shape, or form, or be susceptible to it in any way, shape, or form.
Still about the purple worm?
Yeah.
That's a purple
Yeah.
worm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and off of the point that like you all collected that information generally, and I'll say to Leon, there were 4 main causes of death to the soldiers when we invaded TOGG. Number 1, dehydration.
Absolutely.
Number 2, the orcs.
That is 100% true.
Number 3, dragon fire. And number 4, the worms.
Now,
Whether they were purple worms or not.
now that was
Unconfirmed.
that was what you experienced and what your opinion was.
Whether it's truth or not, it's totally bogus.
The last two are a little bit flipped. Dragonfire didn't happen as often as you had experienced.
It's definitely exaggerated on my part because
Yeah.
I have personal experience.
Yeah. But, yeah, worms, they're a problem.
I see.
Okay? And dehydration was definitely a problem because although this is not like
We're not in the thick of it.
this is not the Sahara that talk. It's not the Sahara. There is an area that is like that, where little giant sand dunes and stuff like that. but it is a desert. It's a very barren land, which you can attest to as well, Tomer. It is very desolate and dry for the most part. There are areas, and for example, the where is that? In Mod Kitat, which is the closest thing to a capital city that TOGG has.
Yeah.
That is there's essentially an oasis there. I mean, there's water there that's available in the form of a river. Okay. And there's two main rivers, and you know of these, even though you were a young child. The orcs on TOGG are very tribal. This is stuff you would know and be able to share with the group. The tribes are very much nomadic and tend to travel quite a lot.
Yep.
They also don't like each other very much and tend to get in conflict. However, in certain situations and under strong leaders, they will gather and band together. And sometimes, historically, under very influential and strong orcs, they will band together enough that they will say, we're going to go take over these motherfuckers over here. Which is what happened 150 years ago.
When they said, no, we're going to take over that whole continent.
Yeah, we're going to go take over Korstal. Didn't work out for him in the end, but
Fucking fail.
that shit happens. Okay. You also know of two other major centers of
That's right. You're
of
an
orc
apple.
society on TOGG.
Are these full orcs you're describing?
These are.
Yeah, I'm only
Orc.
half.
Yeah.
He's only half.
Mhm.
Okay, because the orcs, what they like to do, which you know, is any other races that do happen to come across there, they tend to just kill.
Yep.
Except sometimes they're like, you know what? Nah, you're a fucking slave. You work for me now.
It's either slavery or death.
And your mom decided this male human slave, you know what? He's actually kind of handsome. And that's how he got made.
Hey.
Okay. But you know of two other major settlements other than Mod Kitat. They are damn near as big. And that's the only reason you know of them. You know of Zazgog Ro Gijak and Aknar Shatap.
Bingo bongo.
Give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
I forget there's a window back there.
Whole thing's Windows.
I know, I just forget that that's the thing. I keep thinking it's a wall. And I just cat.
Doing.
21.
Nah, you stupid.
Excellent. Okay.
So
So-
it's distracted by Kitty.
Tomer.
Yeah.
As you guys are traveling in these last 4 days, so now it's been like 19 days of traveling since you had that wonderful campsite that
Oh my
you all
god, that's
remember.
so many days.
Yeah. You think for a second and you actually ask, well, let me see the map. When you say, let me see the map, Norman decides to fuck around and find out.
He fell.
Yeah.
He was walking on the window and he
And then he went,
fell.
"Ba-dum."
I was just really hoping that Norman stole the map away from Leon.
No. He just
No, I'm
stole
fucking
our
He
hearts.
just ate
Okay.
shit.
He did. He ate shit. But he also stole our hearts. But you're like, hey,
Norman.
go let me see the map for a second. Where do you think we're at? And what you realize is, well, shit. If this is accurate, if this is about where we're at, we are probably about another week away from where you've got the ley lines marked on there.
Yeah.
And that's to the east. But we're also about only 5 days away from Zazgog Rogajak to the south.
Zazgog Rokachog.
Yep, which is one of the other cities that he knows about. The orc
Which of the
cities.
two were friendlier?
Which orc cities are both.
None of them are gonna be
Orc
friendly.
cities are really
Said
just.
friendlier.
Yeah, orc cities are really just a whole bunch of tribes that have
Orcs are
decided to
less
sit in an
populated.
area, and sometimes they change out. They leave and another tribe comes in, but there's enough leadership in that area that sticks around and displays their strength that gathers enough orcs there that it actually becomes a center of commerce, trade, and other things like just contests and fighting and shit between each other.
Yeah.
But it's an area because they are on rivers and have access to the water. This is what makes them viable.
Seems legit.
But you're like, if we go 5 days to the south from where we're at, we'll hit Zazgod Rogajok. If we go 7 days east, we'll probably hit the ley line.
Let's go.
If
east.
that's
Yeah,
where
I was
we're
like,
at.
Let's go ley line. Wasn't that
Let's
our whole
go east.
mission?
We're not gonna go anywhere near an orc town. We might have to fight a random tribe of orcs, but we're not gonna have to freaking go into the belly of the beast.
Continue.
Well, it may
to
be that we
go.
send you into the village for supplies.
They're not gonna accept me.
They don't have to accept you. They just need to understand you.
Well,
It's not a.
the
It's
orcs
not
are
a.
known for
It is not a
understanding.
city where you can buy and trade things. It is.
A blood city.
It's a blood city. It's blood for blood. You
They're-
want
okay.
something, you kill somebody for it.
Stereotypically,
well,
orcs
then
aren't
we
very
shall-
smart, right?
In general, this, no,
Wow.
no,
I did say
no, no,
stereotypically, like,
no,
that's
no.
a genuine
This-
question.
that is a valid question. Okay, so for any of you watching this
Every
channel,
orc I
just so
ever
you
know.
know, okay, I'm old school. None of this hippy dippy bullshit, new wave crap. Okay, orcs are orcs, like they were when Gary Gygax fucking put them in the goddamn game. Okay,
It's back on the menu.
Orcs are a race of creature that in general are evil. That is their nature. In general, they are also not as smart as certain other races. Okay? That does not make a particular individual necessarily stupid, but overall, yeah, they're not as smart. But they're also stronger.
we
They
would
have benefits and drawbacks.
We would have a decent opportunity to go invisible and steal supplies versus trying to mingle and make friends to get supplies.
Trying to
Was, I
mingle
guess,
and make
where I was
friends
going with that.
is a bad call.
Going invisible, trying to steal shit and getting away with it.
Yeah,
would
sneaking and
be, if we
subterfuge
need
and all that
supplies,
is probably the route to go if you're going to attempt to do anything with that.
I'm gonna be honest. We're better off just surviving off of our own shit. And if we have to, it's the last fucking resort.
No, I just if we need
Well,
to,
we'll
I
have to
think
head
that's our
south
better
at one
bet.
point anyway.
Look at that.
And if
Norman.
raiding the river village is what we need to do, then we'll raid the river village.
Norman.
But let's head towards the
Let's
ley
make
line.
Norman gets
very
5
nice.
points of inspiration
Let's
for
make it at the
getting
very last.
Head towards the ley line.
That
as
means
that's
he can
the
take a skill.
intention.
Can you take this skill in
you take a
human
skill?
linguistics?
Yes, he can speak human now.
Can you speak common?
Yep. No,
I
I mean,
dare say,
you know
you're
what's
such a
funny?
heathen,
Logan?
Yeah?
Guess who's at the door now?
Phoenix.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, they walked over and they just stared at each other through the door for a second. It was cute.
Well, so I walk over and Phoenix goes, shh.
yeah,
yeah, oh,
she,
yeah.
she was debating coming in. and
They're
Zach
both
came
they're
in
both
and
skittish
they
as hell
ran in.
when it comes to other
I
people.
almost got Phoenix to approach me though.
Yeah, she's been
Getting better.
getting better. He's getting a lot better,
Mhm.
as
Yeah.
you can tell.
Oh yeah,
No,
he
he let
he
me
comes into my
approach.
room sometimes.
Look at that butt. It's just going.
Yep, he's a cute boy. All right. So
Sounds like might makes right with the orcs.
it
What's up?
is absolutely.
I can do that.
So why don't we go and slap them around a little bit?
How about no?
Well, how about we
How about
continue
no?
with
You
what
crazy
we wanted
Dutch
to
bastard.
accomplish?
Yeah, continue doing
How
the
about we
thing
continue
we
with what
came
we
here
wanted
to
to
do.
accomplish?
Which is ley line, the route. Ley line.
Examine the ley line.
Sure. I figured that with all that talk of the town that you all had a reason for going in.
No, it is a last minute.
Not
If
we have
we
enough
need
reason
to,
to
we need
not
to.
to
Just
join.
chat,
Making
passing the time.
conversation.
Fair enough.
Mhm.
While we're walking and talking.
Yeah.
A little walkie-talkie.
It's not worth going in there and having to fight like 20 or 30 orcs.
How long would it take you to teleport us if we were all gathered together?
Well, he can only do it twice a day.
Just roll another
Once
99,
a day,
bro.
though,
Ah,
I would have to know the location.
Yeah,
ahead of
because you only have
And then
one
I can get
7th
us
level slot, right?
500 feet further.
Bro, just roll another 99.
Well, to be fair,
I only ask this as a precaution in case we do happen to come across
Cover your ass.
I'm gonna cry. Yeah.
such
I don't like that.
such a worm that we may need to flee.
I would be able to get us away from it.
What is this purple worm that you are so afraid of? Is it around here?
You weren't here, but Leon, you remember at this point, maybe even a year ago, when we were originally doing a reconnaissance of what was the lord in
Aurora?
Kyver that was working with the demon?
Not Aurora.
No, not Aurora.
Oh, then I
Before
have no
Aurora,
idea.
who had been working with the dragons of the sea. Such a long time
It's
ago.
your
You remember when
backstory,
you were
mister.
abducted?
This isn't
by...
backstory.
Not you.
Mine.
It's
Give me a
not-
second.
Oh yeah.
It's not even that. This is
No, it's
relevant
part of it.
gameplay.
This is
Yeah.
It's
in-game.
Matthias, right?
Yeah.
Matthias.
Yeah.
Yes,
you're
you
right.
remember when we were
Councilman,
originally
not Lord,
scouting
Councilman.
Councilman Matthias, and those assassins had poisoned you and abducted you?
I'm assuming then this is
Oh.
purple worm poison that they were using.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
That was a vial of the poison.
Well, with the knowledge you've given us that they can burrow through solid stone, I assume they can do that via their poison. Which explains why it's so deadly.
That's
Imagine a
horrifying.
creature, an ambush predator, coming out from solid rock, paralyzing you, and then dragging you down into the ground.
No, thank you.
I don't like the sound of that.
So, I'm going to be wary. If anything should come up,
How can you know when one is?
I
Tell
pull
me.
out my old Ranger manual.
All right.
So
Boy Scouts coming
so
out.
like
Yep.
literally like an army survival guide manual where it's just like
It's a
So this is the Army Field Manual. Got it.
yes,
Okay.
and so it has a purple worm chapter.
And that's where she had her knowledge. So
Well,
what
it-
she imparted to you guys.
Well, and so from my understanding is I'm looking for vibrations in the ground. So as I will continue walking forward through any terrain we go, I'm going to have my scabbard poked into the ground looking for vibrations. Kind of similar to what I was doing with the other ice creature.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the rain stick that makes worms come to the surface. But it's for
Well-
purple worms.
Well-
I don't have the like
I will say with the dividing rods.
yeah.
I will say with the 15 you got on your check, besides the weaknesses and stuff, what you also know, you know a little bit of lore about these creatures. So one thing you know is that they are ravenous hunters. Okay. Loud noise attracts them. They have been known to interrupt underground battles and just tear through like subterranean cities and stuff like that because they hear all the noise and they're like, that's food, and they just fucking go to it.
Okay.
Okay.
Bro, I love food.
No shatters. What I'm hearing.
All
I
right.
got the memo with the apple.
Additionally, okay, the thing is what they do is as they burrow through earth and rock, they're constantly like consuming it and shitting it out, essentially. So because they like their body breaks it down, and so they get rid of it. And this happens pretty quick, so they going through. So these are fucking Tremors, like the goddamn movie, except they're even bigger.
You remember
Okay.
Last Train at a Wormtown?
Oh yeah,
They're
they're
that.
bigger than that. They're bigger than that. But yes, exactly. The thing is though, as they do that, certain things don't break down, like precious metals and gems,
No shit.
and thus can
Literally.
be found within their bodies.
They're basically a walking treasure vault.
The older and bigger the worm,
Then we can walk straight
the
into the orc
potentially
town and sell it.
more gems and precious metals can be found
Yeah,
within
Oh,
their
don't tempt
gullet.
gold with precious metals.
Give me the
But you're a precious metal gold.
Gold was rich,
don't
and now he's not.
need
You don't need to be rich in the first place to be happy. So suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah, but being rich is so nice.
Well, wait on your investments.
Imagine buying the honey pot in,
I can buy it now.
telling
like
that woman to
obliterated?
retire.
I can buy it now.
Oh, I
Isn't
can
the
tell
honey
her
pot in
retired
just
really
destroyed?
easy.
No.
I'm kidding.
We can, if it'll
It
make
got,
you happy,
it got damaged.
Okay.
after
but
this is all over,
You guys provided
I'll help you buy the honey
tons
pot.
of money to it. They were
Yeah,
able
I
to
was like,
rebuild
we-
and
I
I
actually.
think after this adventure's over,
I
we'll be rich
basically thought
beyond
we already
riches.
bought
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you haven't
Perhaps I
bought
don't
it,
need
but
your
you,
help, but maybe
you basically
your assistance
helped
in running.
We are the
funded the
rebuilding
rebuild.
company.
You can
Shareholders.
you can
funded
import
the rebuild,
from other
and you
places.
basically bought the upper floor and
Maybe we'll
said,
hire
hey,
somebody to run the
build
brewery.
this to our specifications.
Why not?
This is
Just
ours
bring
now.
stuff from
This
other
is like
I know a
kind of
guy.
a home base for us if we want. So
They talk about
if
the
and when
monk.
you go back, you got a really nice
Yeah,
place
never comes
set
out
up
of
for
the
you
fucking
guys.
Feywild.
We'll drag his ass. It's okay.
Yeah, good luck.
But with the two of us, we can drag his ass.
I'm not dragging my old character just to get us free liquor. Actually, no, that's not a bad idea. Fucking take it to the Feywild, make some money.
Either way, I imagine that at this point we've gathered our information. We have a plan. We're going to continue on east towards the ley line.
Okay, so you continue to make your way to the east.
And I just...
Again, well, right now you are still in the mountains.
Well, yeah.
It's
they
getting
can burn
closer.
through solid rock.
Yep.
We know.
Over the course of the next week is where you estimate it's going to take about a week's worth of travel to get to approximately where you think the ley line intersection is.
Mm-hmm.
Over the course of that week, again, you're getting lower and lower in elevation overall as you're skirting around the edges of mountains, going through what valleys there are. You now find yourself, after 3 more days, in an actual valley. In talk, this is something that is rare. Valleys in the mountains at this elevation are actually abundant with life. There are lots of trees. There is grasses. This is where life exists.
Does this seem to be more or less like a neutral zone?
In a way. You see lots of birds, small mammals, lizards, and things like that. Okay. You also see sign of predators here and there, but these are almost like little sheltered pockets of life. The temperature now is actually fairly decent at this point. You have dropped enough elevation that right now you find yourself in like the 60s. So it's still a little cool, but it's temperate. It's tolerable. It's nice. No more heavy coats and anything like that. You're literally, especially with the exertion of walking and stuff like that, you're
I'll change.
you're
back
in your
into
regular
my
clothes.
normal
Yeah.
attire.
No.
Yep, you're in your regular traveling clothes and you're
Yeah.
feeling good.
I'll take the dire
Gold at this
and
point has taken his winter clothes and has like
It's getting
2001
hot
tied them
and-
off around his waist.
Question: who doesn't have a bag of holding?
Me.
I
Here's
think
an extra one.
everybody else.
You have another bag of holding?
I had an
Yeah, I
extra one in
think
my
he
inventory.
had mine.
That was empty, and we never kept anything in it.
Yeah, I think he had mine at one
So there's
point.
an extra bag of holding for you.
I'll just keep it in this other bag of holding.
No, I'm not a psychopath.
I'll tie it off around my waist.
So you can put all your winter stuff inside of it.
Or
Oh, my healing potion.
10 million
There
arrows.
was no healing potion in it.
I know.
You just gave me an empty one because we found a third one.
Okay.
I'll just eject all of the bag of holding contents. Roll 10,000 d4s.
Okay.
Each one does 1 damage.
As you are
Speaking of
And
which,
you
I
are
have a
now
healing potion to keep in my inventory.
continuing on through,
Is it
the good
trigger?
news is that for almost 3 weeks of travel, you have managed
another
to
3 weeks or
no 3 weeks in total.
Okay.
You have managed to avoid a lot of potential dangers. You managed to survive the elements and thrive. This entire trip, while relatively long and arduous, has actually not been bad. And starting it off really with that wonderful campsite in the snow that just put a smile on your face. This entire experience hasn't really been bad. It's actually something that you're like, you know what? We did good. We're
The world's
we're,
about to end. and
we're
taking
making
forever.
progress towards the goal we need to do, and things haven't been so bad here.
I'd much rather
As
be
if
here
if
than
we
in the
survive
fucking cave.
everything that's coming coming before us, and what we're trying to prevent. This whole experience will be something that we might look back on fondly and say, "Hey, this wasn't bad." As that's happening, I need everyone to make a perception check.
Oh.
Yeah.
As everything seems nice, I'm gonna ruin it.
Time to get.
Oh, brother.
Oh,
boy.
You said perception check?
Yeah.
Yep.
11.
25.
19 for me.
18.
Perception is 7, so 16.
Everyone who got a 15 or higher.
You rolled lower than me and got higher.
I have a +7.
I have a plus nothing.
Everyone who got
Why?
15 or higher.
Yeah.
What you notice is as you're walking along, it is probably about midday right now. Sun is high in the sky, almost at its zenith. I think that's the term for straight up, but
You said it confidently at first.
yeah, I
believe
did,
you.
but I
A zenith
Second guess
would mean
myself.
apex, so yes.
yeah, okay.
Go back.
So it's almost there. A shadow kind of goes over you, and for all of you who got a 15 or higher, you just happen to look up because you think, well, we did notice clouds, but not enough clouds to do that right over us for a second. You look up, and you see the silhouette high above you of some kind of bird. But it is way up
Mitchell.
there, and it is still blocking out the sun over you for just a little bit.
And that means it's close, boys. We need to hide.
I don't know what we're talking about.
I would like to go to the nearest formation and use my Mask of Nature feature to hide.
Okay.
I'm going to hide as soon as Gold says hide.
Do I
can-
recognize what type of bird this is?
Nature check.
Yes, sir.
Me also roll.
The draconic kind.
17.
12.
17. Okay. So with a
Hey,
12,
no.
with a 12, you know that yeah.
Is it actually a bird? Or is it a quadruped? of
with a
sorts?
12, you're like, oh, I think that's a rock.
I knew it.
I
And
had a feeling.
you are like, yeah, that's definitely a rock, which you know
It's
they
not
don't really have
boulder.
any weaknesses or
It's a
anything
rock.
that they're particularly strong against,
Big bird.
but they are big and they are dangerous. It looks like pretty much like any other bird of prey. It's just fucking huge. It is kind of, with the exception of dragons, these things are lords of the sky. Okay? They are gargantuan. They're enormous. And they are predators. When they spot prey, they will swoop down and attack. And these things are so big and so bad that even giants recognize their power. Sometimes, in
Just let
fact,
me get clear, I
cloud
feel
giants
it's
and
fine.
storm giants, some of the biggest and strongest of the giants, will tame these and keep these as pets because of how powerful and amazing they are. Yes,
I'm gonna cast invisibility 1, 2.
on YouTube.
I got a 24 for stealth.
I'm gonna cast invisibility with my magic item on myself,
Okay.
and I would also like to roll stealth.
Everyone can roll stealth who hasn't. If you're invisible, you get advantage.
You are invisible.
I wasn't even going to roll for stealth, but since I'm invisible, I will go ahead.
I'll take
When
24.
again-
Okay, so
Yeah,
two
I'm
of you
not,
have
I
24.
was like, as soon as you said big dangerous bird, I could see it in this guy's eyes. He's like, I want to kill it.
Big monster! The big monster! Big monster!
I'm just fishing for crits.
Okay. And that was with advantage?
Yes.
Where did the
The other roll was much lower.
I spooked him because he was attacking the couch, so he's somewhere around here.
17.
Okay.
28. 17, 28.3.
And I'm like,
All right.
But Bjorn was just standing out in the open, arms crossed, looking up at it, thinking what a
Mhm.
glorious battle they would have.
Yeah, now
That
it.
little bitches
Whatever.
come
Thank you.
And,
He's in here.
Bye bye.
and as you guys are standing there, okay, you're invisible.
He might
You're
not let you
invisible.
hold
You're
him.
invisible. Everyone's trying to hide, even though you're trying to hide by standing there. But
Yeah.
you're still trying to hide technically.
I don't even know if Bjorn has realized he was invisible
He
yet.
might not know he's
Sure.
invisible.
You
Just
all notice because
He's
I mean,
yeah.
even though you didn't see it right
Yeah,
away,
yeah.
once everyone else
figured
noticed,
it
and they were
out.
like,
He's stinky.
you all notice as it starts to swoop down towards your location. And that's where we're going to end for tonight. So, thank you very much. I hope you had a good time and watching the stream. If you had fun, remember we love donations. If you're watching on YouTube, you can super chat us. If you're on Twitch, you can donate Twitch bits.
If you
That
see
helps
us on
support
the
the
street, you
channel.
can hand us cash.
Yeah, see us on the street, hand us cash.
I'll take a hug.
Or you can go ahead and play with us at
Hourglass Brewing on June 8th, I think.
Yep, it is
It'll
June.
be up this weekend.
You can play with Jason as your DM, or play with me as your DM.
Or watch me sell
As
you
we
items.
descend
Yes.
into madness.
Absolute madness.
You're doing a
Additionally,
salty barrel.
yep.
Yeah.
That is fun.
I'll let you play
Audition-
for free.
Oh,
Additionally, you can potentially join us every once in a while if you join the Discord. We will hook you up with joining the side quest Discord, and you can become a friend. You can have some fun with us, and maybe play games with us that we might actually stream online sometimes when I am not too freaking tired from my day job.
Such as
So-
Among Us, Last Train at a Wormtown,
Wormtown.
Baldur's Gate 3. There's a lot of things we do.
Yeah.
Repo.
So
Repo, we do Repo a lot, actually.
we do.
Repo's
We
fun as
hope you
hell.
had a fun night, and we will see you next week, May 13th. Tuesday, May 13th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for episode 89 of Atavar Ascension. Hope to see you guys there. Later, everybody.
See ya.
Good night.
That's so good.
At Totally Online Gaming Group, we're more than just a brand. We're all part of a greater community. And as much as we love creating content that you all enjoy, we cannot do that without your support. Every purchase you make goes beyond just owning a product. It supports us in our endeavors to grow and eventually go full-time so that we can dedicate ourselves to creating even more of the content you love. With our exclusive range of merchandise, from stickers to cell phone covers, mouse pads, and mugs, and of course, a wide variety of t-shirts. You can show your support proudly wherever you go. Just hop on over to www.toggdm.com and click on the Visit Store link to see and get your own official Totally Online Gaming Group merchandise. But it's not just about the merchandise. You can show your support in other ways too. Following our channel, subscribing, or visiting our official website, www.toggroleplay.com, and sharing it with your friends. We hope you'll continue to join us for our adventures and become part of the Totally Online Gaming Group family today.